What's going on, you guys? Random live stream, man. Boxing talk. What's going on, Martin Machine? I see you in the building. Yeah, man. It's pretty dry today. It's pretty dry today. But I still feel like talking to some boxing. Even though there ain't really shit to talk about. Even though there ain't really nothing much to talk about. I seen where Steven Espinoza came out and said that the negotiations is pretty much underway for the Tank Davis Ryan Garcia fight. However, there will be significant obstacles along the way. Hit that like button as you come on in. I may even open up the panel depending on, what type of activity we get going. But Steven Espinoza seemed to be the promoter for PBC. Steven Espinoza is the promoter for PBC now. So wait, some more people get in here. Yeah, Steven Espinoza seemed like he's the promoter for the Premier Boxing Champions. He's been doing all the talking. He's been talking about all the fights. He's really dismissive of the Charlo Andre fight. No, he said it a few days ago, but I just kind of saw it. And he was really dismissive of that fight. He said that that fight peaked years ago and that nobody's really talking about that fight. And that fans would be more interested in seeing Charlo versus Benavidez or Charlo versus Canelo Alvarez. And then with the Ryan Garcia fight with Tank Davis, there'll be significant obstacles along the way. One would assume that they don't think Ryan Garcia's star power, is big as they claim, and they probably would like him to come over to Showtime to make the fight. It's probably not big enough for them to do a joint pay-per-view fight. You say you think Virgil Spence will sell more than Spence Bud? Nah. Virgil ain't really known yet, man. And I heard he did pretty bad last time. I heard he did pretty bad down there last time. They don't know Virgil like that down there, bro. Will help for him if he spoke Spanish. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I heard it was pretty bad. Actually, it was funny. Somebody was talking about it a couple of days ago. That's in the scene down there. He said it was really really empty. You know what I'm saying? Like, not too many people showed up to see him. So I don't think that'll be a bigger fight. He got to just keep fighting, though. He got to keep fighting to build his name up. Find a reason for the fans to get behind him. Hold on, I'm trying to get some stuff on the screen. Find a way to get the fans behind him. Ryan Garcia, he markets himself as I don't know what he does, but whatever he's doing is working. So these guys need to find their way. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Steven Espinoza, like I said, is the pseudo pay-per-view. I mean, the pseudo promoter for PBC. He's doing all the talking. And I don't know. Hold up, I don't know if a lot of these fights gonna get made. And then I question the promotion too. This Danny Garcia fight. Hit that like button for your boy. This Danny Garcia fight with Benavidez, right? And I didn't really want to go there. I don't really want to start shit, right? But I almost can't help it. You know what I'm saying? I really can't help it. And that's why I posted that shit in the community tab with Danny Garcia numbers, because y'all already know where I'm going with this. For those of you who've been around for a while, you already know where I'm going with this. Danny Garcia. Hold on, let me see what y'all saying in comment section before we get to that. Oh. Man, Sean Porter predicted, bro. Sean Porter literally predicted that to the T. Bro. Sean Porter predicted to a T exactly how this fight was going to fall out, and it fell out, bro. Crazy. I posted on the shorts and shit. Sean Porter predicted this shit was going to happen, and it happened, bro. I mean, look, Jake Paul, let's cook on that, because people seem to be talking about that shit. I'm like, really? Y'all talking about that? But I look at it like this, man. Jake Paul never wanted to fight that guy. This is all for clout. And really, in my opinion, he's starting to make a mockery of boxing. By him like pulling these guys, like Tommy Fury. He's attempting to fight these guys, but he never fight him. Like he never follows through with it. And then it turns out this guy didn't want to fight, or this guy got a case on him. Like it's some bullshit, man. Jake Paul's he didn't want to fight that dude, bro. And Rockman, they knew he was gonna have a hard time making that weight. Come on, man. They knew Rockman was gonna make. He was a big guy. They knew he was gonna have a hard time making that weight. I don't even know why they even did all this. Not what up? AOB Easy? What's going on, man? You want a link? They did all that for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just for clout. Oh yeah, now I got professional boxers ducking me. I got professional boxers pulling out of fights. Come on, man. Y'all know I was kind of fucking with Jake a little bit. I respect these dudes who grind in the ring and put it in the work, because I know it's hard work. But he's kind of making a mockery of the sport. If you go fight a boxer, bro. Quit playing. But I mean, come on, man. Rockman was like 2 times bigger than him. I mean, he shouldn't even signed up for that in the first place. And now, Rockman missed out on a big payday. Hey, Regis versus Zapata is a hell of a good fight, bro. Hell of a good fight. Great fight. Big Regis fan, but I don't know, man. Zapata's tough. He's tough. What's going on, baby Juju? I see you in the building. Yeah, man. Ain't a lot of people talking about it, bro. For whatever reason, fans ain't really gravitate towards Regis Prograis. I don't know. Like hardcore fans, they ain't really gravitate towards Rougarou like that. This is his chance, though. I think the loss to Taylor kind of hurt him a little bit, but I think he got a chance to kind of redeem himself a little bit, beat Zapata. I think Zapata's on a roll, 6-fight streak, and been knocking people out and shit. Should be a good fight, man. I got Rougarou winning the fight, though, for sure. I got Regis Prograis winning that fight. Yeah, Regis is underrated. How old is he now? 33. So he's getting up there. Fortunately for him, he hadn't taken too much damage and shit like that. So he should be a fresh guy. It's be interesting to see, man, these guys at 135. You go have to see Rougarou if he gets this belt from Zapata. If he gets this belt from Zapata, you go have to see Regis Prograis. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that fight is very underrated. That fight is very underrated. I think that's a good fight, man. That's a really good fight. WBC did right by Regis Prograis, man. They really did. Because guys like him will be on the outside looking in for a long time. Next thing you know, he's 37 years old. He's finally getting a lucky break and shit, and it's a little bit too late. You want the link? All right. For whatever reason, when I invite people on a panel, it like floods me out. Like you can't really hear me. StreamYard needs to fix that shit, man. I don't know what that is. You said who I got at the end of 126? Navarrete, Ray Vargas, Mauricio Lara, Brandon Figueroa, or anyone else? To be honest with you, bro, only guy you really named I like is probably Navarrete, bro. And I like Figueroa too. I like Brandon too. But I mean, Mauricio Lara cool too. He went over there and beat up old boy. So I mean, Ray Vargas, I'm not really feeling dude. But I don't know, man. Who's at 126 right now? Shit. Who is at 126 right now? Damn. I guess I don't know, bro. Gary. But Gary, we don't know if he fighting. What's going on, bro?
Yo.
What's good, man?
What's up with you, man? I've been meaning to get on the show with you, man. You always catch me in transit, man.
Man, I be on at the oddest times, man. I be on at the oddest times. Yeah, Josh Warrington. He went over there and beat the shot of Josh Warrington. Thanks, Martin Machine.
Hold on, let me figure out how to do this shit, man. I'm hearing the YouTube and the StreamYard at the same time.
You might have to turn off the YouTube. Yeah, turn off the YouTube. Leo Santa Cruz.
All right, there we go.
Actually, 126 is looking real thin right now. I can't think of nobody on top of my head right now, bro. Because I think Stephen Fulton is a class under, and all those guys. And Shakur and them is a class above. So So what's going on with you, man? What's going on with boxing, man?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. All right. Yeah, man. Nothing, man. I caught that. What you think about that Garcia Benavidez fight?
I thought Danny looked great. I thought he looked good,
Yeah.
dude. I thought he looked really good. I thought he looked good
Did
against
the
Ben.
did the commentary seem a little biased to you, man? Or it's just me? Seemed like they was really on that dude nuts, man. But he did show out. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah. He
they,
showed out.
they they were acting like he was Floyd Mayweather up there, man. All his punches was landing, nothing was getting blocked. Benavidez, he was getting some work in, man, but it wasn't really getting acknowledged. You know, it was
Nah,
closer than I expected,
you thought so?
in my opinion. Yeah.
I thought Danny shut him out, man. Maybe Danny made it look flashy. You know, when Danny's in that way, when he's the faster guy, Danny could do shit like that.
Yeah,
What you
he was a lot more active than we used to seeing, man. But like I didn't think all of those punches wasn't connected, man, like they were saying, man. I was looking like it was like 3-4 punch combination when like maybe one of them was getting through. He was hitting a lot of gloves, but
I'm gonna have to go back and look at that, bro. I'm gonna have to go look at that.
Benavidez, he was it was like in this instance, he was Danny. He was fighting like how Danny normally fights. He wasn't very active. He was sitting there waiting for the counter punch. That's how Danny usually fights.
Yeah, that's exactly how Danny fights. But the viewership, man, is what I was really excuse me. The viewership.
Oh, they did good numbers.
Yeah, man, it was really low. I think the peak was 480 something, but average like 453 or something like that. That's really bad. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, that's pretty bad, bro. That's like a city, like a big city. Like there's not a lot of people watching that fight.
Yeah,
And
but it's just Showtime. Like the only people that really do good numbers on Showtime, I mean, historically it was Wilder, Broner, and like Keith Thurman, and Keith Thurman Porter. That's pretty much it, man. Everybody else, that's about how much they average, man. Like around 300, 400. And mind you, man, Danny Garcia, he been out the scene since what 2000. I mean 2020.
yeah.
So
I
it
mean,
wasn't really a lot of hype
but
around the fight.
but the contrast. See, I didn't really want to go there, but when a guy named Bud Crawford was fighting on HBO and on ESPN, he was averaging like millions of views, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Of course that don't get acknowledged, man. People only care about the pay-per-view numbers and what Bob Arum says and
now the pay per
all
view
the narratives and
the pay per view numbers, in my opinion, is a lot lower than what they be telling us, bro. I don't, because I mean, if you can only get 400 some people to watch you on premium Showtime or whatever, you can get Showtime on Hulu or everywhere nowadays. What them fucking pay per view numbers looking like? How you gonna get people to pay $80?
Yeah, I agree, man. The pay-per-view numbers just across the board are, I believe, in my opinion, I don't know for a fact, but I believe they're a lot lower. I think a lot of these promoters are capping, man. If you think about it, we don't really know what any of the pay-per-view numbers have been for like the past. Like these networks, they stopped putting out those numbers like way back in 2012.
Mm-hmm.
So all the numbers that get posted through Twitter and Facebook is just sources saying, rumors says, niggas is guessing, niggas is making estimations, niggas listening to Rick Glacier and shit, man. He don't know shit. You know what I mean? He guessing too, just like everybody else.
Hey, yeah. It's been, I guess Rolando Romero came out and said something about the Crawford fight. He said that Bud is holding up the fight and he wants a lot of money. That's what Rolly allegedly said. Yeah, Rolando Romero.
Rolly is just another nigga like one of these dudes on social media, man. Don't nobody know what's going on behind the scenes. Everybody's just guessing.
Mm-hmm.
And acting like they know. But
yeah, nobody knows, bro. Nobody truly knows. I mean, some of this stuff could be true. Some of the stuff that could be true about the numbers, as far as the 15 and 8.5, all that stuff could be true. But as far as some of this other stuff could just be made up. I mean, it could possibly be going a lot better than what we think. You know what I'm saying? But it's just taking. What's up, D Young? What's going on?
Salute,
It's
big dog. What's going on with it?
shit,
What
man.
up,
Just
bro?
random talk, random boxing talk, man. Random talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. This is a really dry day. I mean, boxing scene posted an article with Derek James saying we go take training to the next level or something. But Derek James said that weeks ago, back when Magasayo fought Jar Jar Binks, bro. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's dry today.
Yeah. Man, listen, man. We ain't worried about what they doing. I'm not worried about what Bud doing. If a contract ain't signed, it ain't no need to even be talking, man. So you feel me? Fuck it. I'm ready to see what Virgil gonna do Saturday, and Maurice Hook and Blair Cobbs, they on that
Ooh,
card.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's a nice
I'm
little
interested in that fight too.
yeah,
What the
nice
Blair
little
Maurice?
card.
Who y'all got? Blair or Maurice, man?
I
Oh,
don't
you
know,
go
man. I just want to see the. I just like the dude Cobbs is kind of entertaining, man. I just want to see the back and forth shit talk, man. You
yeah.
know,
Hey,
man.
but look, the fight is already happening. They didn't even get a chance to shit talk, bro.
Yeah, really. They announced that shit like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, bro. They got a short notice fight, bro.
Yeah, but I mean,
When, when,
it's good
when
though
is
because Mo been in the gym.
Mm.
Yeah,
when's the
Mo.
date?
August 6th,
Yeah, it's this
Saturday.
weekend.
Oh, that's right around the corner. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's this weekend.
yeah, it's Saturday. Yeah, they
Wow.
announced they announced Mo and Blair on the card 2 weeks ago. But shit, it's been good though. Mo been in the camp. I follow the strength and conditioning coach on IG, so I've been seeing him in camp. So he must have been known he was fighting. He probably just didn't know his opponent.
Mm.
So
Mo Hooker
yeah.
looks a lot bigger these days too.
Yeah. He was a big 140, man. Shit. I'm glad to see Mo going up to 47. And yeah, he got to win this fight though. I think he definitely should win this fight. More experience. He was a champion, so
Hey,
I'm
hey,
expecting Mo to win this.
I think Mo's gonna win, bro.
Yeah,
I
me
think Mo's
too.
gonna win. I like Blair, but I think Mo's gonna win. I think Blair's a little too stiff.
Yeah,
He
but
gets
but
He's a
the,
little chinny.
hey, Shido, the only way I can see Blair winning is if Mo like to fight in that pocket, man. Mo a dog,
yeah,
so
yeah.
he like to go back and forth with you. But I hope Bo Mac and them teaching them the ropes, man, and telling them use that length, man. You got an 80-inch arm length, man. Nobody should be getting inside of you in this division.
80-inch, bro. Come
80
on, bro.
inches. Mo
Come on,
Hooker, 5'11.
bro. Dude got an 80 heavyweight. That's a heavyweight's reach, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So
Heavyweight.
yeah, Mo gotta be a discipline in this fight, but I expect him to win. And shit, man, you know what? Something telling me, man, this might be a little test for Virgil because McKinnison can box, man.
Wait, who did he fight last, bro? I forgot.
Who, Mo Hooker?
No, McKinnison. He fought somebody because Virgil got sick. I forgot.
Oh shit, I forgot too.
He
I'm
boxed.
gonna have to look that up.
I'm not sure.
He beat Blair. He beat Blair, right? Didn't he beat Blair?
Nah, that was Rocha.
No, that was Rocha. Now Rocha was tough.
Yeah, Rocha. Yeah, right. Yeah, Rocha is a dog. Pressure coming at you in your
He
chest.
reminded me of Virgil a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, man. What's the guy that McKinnison fought?
Yeah, nah, I'm about to look that up.
I'm not familiar with the guy, man. Who is he? He's with Al Heyman.
Nah, I think he would maybe Matchroom or Frank Warren.
Yeah, one of those, man.
Yeah, he was one of them.
I don't know,
Yeah.
but I expect Virgil to win the fight.
Yeah, for sure.
Ronnie boy. I be seeing you on Twitter, man. They be I been seeing your tweets, bro. They be on you, man. They be trying to get you, man. But yeah, he got that like Paul Williams. I mean, Maurice Hooker, I think he should win that fight.
Yeah, he should. He definitely should, man.
He says, "Hey fam, if you was Andre, what would be your next move? Go to Showtime."
Hey, that's a must-win fight too, man. That's why it's intriguing, man. Both of these guys need a win.
Yeah, the Blair and Maurice.
Important.
Whoever loses is pretty much a gatekeeper for journeyman, bro.
Journeyman,
Yeah.
Pretty much a journeyman. Yeah, journeyman. Not even because gatekeepers. I don't know. They, maybe Mo Hooker. He was former champ, but
Yeah, this probably mean a lot more for Mo than anything, man, because there's a lot of expectations, man. And shit, Mo is a signee of Rock Nation, so they put a lot of money behind him. So yeah, he definitely got to win this shit.
Yeah. They say Bud Price overpricing to save face. Really, they don't want it to happen.
Man,
I don't know, bro. Like people keep saying that shit, but is Spence saying it? I mean, Spence been very active on social media. He's not saying anything about anything. So,
Yeah.
Nobody from either camp has said Bud is overpricing himself out.
nah.
It's propaganda, man.
Yeah, I think it could be
It's propaganda. I
just
mean,
the
shit.
narrative storyline. That's all.
And I think it's this, man. It's like this, I don't really like talking about the numbers, man. But both of these guys should get paid whatever they want, bro. They on the pound for pound list. This is the fight everybody been asking for, So shit,
Showtime got
like
the
I was
money.
saying the other night, the fight is fucking sold because you guys like you, Bushido, and other YouTube content creators been posting this shit for years, man. So the fight sold. It's like they gonna get their money back, man. It's just bullshit why they don't want to give these guys what they want.
Yeah, man. I mean,
They got the money, man.
Yeah, they got the money, bro. I expect the announcement within a week or two, bro. I just expect the announcement soon.
Yeah, I'm hoping, bro. His shit is August 2nd, man.
Yeah, they got. If they don't get this fight done within the next couple of weeks, bro, it's over with.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, bro. This shit can't go through September, bro. Because if not, then shit, we could just start planning for next year.
Yeah. I don't
man.
even know. Honestly, I don't even know November or December will be a good time.
You'll know when it's too late when you start seeing these sanctioning bodies start talking like, well, we need to order this fight. We're ordering. When the sanctioning bodies start talking, that means it's past the deadline.
I mean, bro. I who say the sanctioning body's gonna step in? Shit, they waited this long. Like they should have been said something about it. Like it's just getting to that point. But yeah, I think Virgil win this weekend, man. And they let this shit go. Probably if this shit don't get made, then probably in 2023, man, him and Bud might lock it up.
Yeah, I think so too, man.
I really think so because you know how the WBO, because I think Virgil is ranked high in the WBO too when he was in the WBC. So it's gonna be a couple of interesting things. Say that again, brother.
He's number one, right? Virgil. WBO?
I think he is number one, and I think Boots number 2 in the WBO.
Yep. And Keith Thurman like number 3 or 4, I want to say.
In the WBO, yeah.
Wait. Keith Thurman, no, well, Keith Thurman he's in a good position anyway. Keith Thurman's going to be fighting Danny. What y'all think about that? We already know that's going to happen.
Yeah.
I want Danny and Thurman. I just want them gone, bro. Like Porter, man. I mean, they in the way. I want to see more of the new blood, man.
Yeah, it seems like the new blood is on hold because these guys still in the way, kind of. If I'm honest.
Yeah, that's true.
These 34, 35-year-old dudes still in boxing, got all the bells holding up. These young guys is starting to
ain't trying to fight nobody. You know what I'm saying?
They're not 23, 24 no more, these young guys. They about to be 25, 26, and they still ain't got a title. They're like, come on, man.
Yeah, for sure. Shit. Which I think about Boots calling out Stanionis.
He ain't gonna take that fight. I don't think Stanionis gonna take
that fight makes sense.
It really do, if you ask me. Shit.
What's going on, Jason Williams?
And shit, they could finally put Boots on the main headline. Him and Stanionis, lock that shit up, man. It's time for Boots to headline his own card.
How do you? There's still a lot of people that question Boots, man. What do y'all think about Boots, man? Your honest opinion on Boots.
You go ahead first, bro. You say.
I think he's the goods, man. He's passed the eye test. I think all we waiting on is to see him in there with somebody real. He needs to up his competition a little more. But I mean, looking at the way he fight, I think all the other top fighters, they've already acknowledged him. They already know, this guy's pretty much, the guy to beat next.
Right.
At 147. I'm curious. I wonder how long he's going to stay at 147. When he's going to make that move to 154. How long he can make the weight?
Yeah, he's a big welterweight.
Oh yeah. I think he the goods, man. We just got to see him against that right opponent. He ain't really had to dig in his tool bag. All he had to be using was just his hammer and his nails. Ain't nobody really bought that extra gear out of him. But being that he got a good corner around him and a good family, man, the sky's the limit for him, man. He always in the gym. So yeah, Boots the goods, bro. You know what I mean? I feel he beat Virgil, and I feel he do big things at 54.
Now, who do you see beating Boots right now?
Beating Boots right now.
Yeah, out of any guy at 147 or maybe even 154.
Man,
I can see Crawford. I mean, it depends, man, because like I gotta see his chin tested, man. I ain't seen that yet.
yeah, I think him and Bud right now would be a good fight. I'd get a slight favor to Bud because of his experience.
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, him and Spence would be a good fight too. That'll be, I just have to see how Boots would handle Spence pressure and his ability to cut that ring off, and you know what I mean, his work rate. I just have to see how Boots go against that. But I don't know, man. Shit, it's kind of tough. It's kind of tough to say.
It's hard to say because Boots Ennis looks so fucking dominant and so spectacular in every fight. Everything he does looks like it's just,
But I will say one thing, Shido, is the reason why them boys at 40, like Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez, they don't want to move up. The reason why, because they know they're gonna have to see him. And the only one who I could see possibly moving up is Regis after he win this WBC belt, man. I could see him possibly going up.
That kind of segues to what I was going to say, gentlemen.
Salute.
Salute, man. Salute to the panel and of course the chat. My brother.
What's up, bro?
Man, I would say this, and this is how I have it on my website, on the Supreme Striking website. I have David Benavidez, number 1. I have Boots, number 2. Then I bring Crawford and I bring Errol, and that can switch. That can be either or, depending on which one you think will win that coming up fight. But the reason I do that is because no one wants to fight these young guns. And the way their fights look, you think if they fight one of the cats that's on top right now, they'll knock them out. Like we know David Benavidez probably wash Canelo. Canelo has all the belts. Canelo lost to Bivol.
I don't know that.
I think so. Bivol sparred with Benavidez and got toe up from the flow up. For the insiders who know that. So you can almost see what's going to happen if those two fight. With Boots, it's a little more mixed, but Boots is saying their name and been saying their name for a while, and is just giving them some breathing room so they can fight each other before he says, "Drop the belt to face me."
Right.
Nobody's calling his name back, really.
Well, I can say this. I can say this one thing, fam, and I'll pass it back to you. Bud had alluded to that in that Showtime interview. He said he welcomed the fighting Boots. You know what I mean? So that's why I can see that likely happening. But to be honest with you, bro, I think Bud will face one of the young guns if this Spence fight don't happen, bro. Which I want to happen, but I think the more likely opponent, if this don't happen, will be Virgil Ortiz. But I'm gonna pass it back to you though, bro.
Now I feel you on that. Ortiz already turned Bud down. He also turned down Boots. So I don't think Ortiz wants to. I don't think Oscar wants to risk one of his moneymakers taking an L, because that's really going to compromise what they have at Golden Boy.
Yeah,
But
you right. But like I say though, bro, he win this fight, bro. He's in position for that Mando spot. And it just all depends on what happens with this Spence and Crawford shit.
right, and I would like to see Thurman Boots. To be honest with you,
Now,
because this is going to let us know where he sits.
now we all know Thurman is not going anywhere near that guy.
No. Thurman called his name. Thurman said, "I ain't no gatekeeper, and we could get it in."
He gonna want the bag.
I don't believe anything Thurman said.
Yeah, Pat Lips be saying anything, bro.
I don't believe shit Thurman said.
Yeah, that nigga that be capping, bro.
He gonna want the bag for Boots, bro. We know how Thurman gets down. He'll let you know he want that it's hard work, so I'm gonna want to get paid for it. He let you know it.
He gonna ask for $10 million.
Hell yeah, he already didn't ask.
I'm not even mad at him. I'm not.
Nah, yeah. Now you gotta get your money, man. You don't fuck with them young guns.
That's tough. That's hard work. You want to get paid for your hard work, right?
Yeah. Hey, Bushido, but you know what? I think Ellis and Boots should lock it up, man.
Man, you know that ain't. You know what, bro? Let me be honest with you. I don't think Team Boots, his father and them, will risk that fight right now. I don't think they'll risk that fight right now. I just don't.
I mean, shit, why not though, man? I mean, he 25-0.
But there's two things
I
he
would
just
like to
did,
see it,
right?
Hey,
bro.
don't get me started because I'll start pushing that shit.
Man, hell yeah. Hey, nah, real shit though, but she don't like. I would like to see that, bro, because that's the future.
Hey,
That's the future.
Mm-hmm.
Speedy Rashidi versus Boots. I mean, that's a good test for Boots, cause shit, he
that,
might
that
have a
is
little
that
bit.
is
He
good.
might have
That
a
is
little
a
bit
good
more
test.
tools.
That is a good test.
The
That is a
man's
good
been
test.
fighting quick.
Hey, salute. Oh, first of all, salute to Bushido. Salute to you, brother. Salute to the panel.
What's going
What's
on?
You know
up?
what I'm saying? What's up? What's up?
What's
What's
good
up?
with you?
D Young, what's up, man? What's going on with
Well,
you, bro?
what's good? This O.
Yeah, man.
Salute to you, my boy.
You got like an
Yeah,
echo.
man. Oh, hold on. Shit.
He said Ennis not worth the fight financially. Pretty much, bro. If we want to call a spade, some of these guys ain't gonna take that risk with Boots Ennis because it's just not worth it financially.
All right, can
Standing
y'all hear
on,
me?
yeah, we
Yeah.
get you now.
Okay. All right, cool. All right, y'all go ahead, cook. I'm listening. I'm just chiming in, man, for a few seconds, man. I hear
Yeah,
y'all chopping it up, cooking and shit.
yeah, we just talking, man. But standing on is Boots will probably fight him. You know what I'm saying? But as far as Rashidi, did he respond to Rashidi saying that he'll fight him? I mean, I don't think that'll really happen right now. I don't think that'll happen.
Yeah,
No.
maybe. Yeah, you probably right. It might not happen right now, but I think that is a fight further along down the road. They gonna lock up, man.
Oh yeah, they definitely go lock up later down the road.
I definitely think that Stanley. I can see that Stanley Jonas fight happening though. I can see him Boots and Stanley Jonas happening. Right now though, I definitely see that fight. But what's going on with the young guns, man? Do you think them cats gonna lock up, man? With like Ben, Boots, and Ortiz? Or you think they kind of milking that on? You know, what I'm saying because they the young guys coming up. So
I
what's
really
going on
think
with that?
I think they're waiting to see what Crawford and Spence does, man. Because all of these guys they're in this position. They're in either number one mandatory, number two position. As soon as Spence and Crawford, when they finally fight, man, one of these dudes is up next. Like Stanionis, he's the mando for the WBA. He's just taking step aside. I kind of think
Yeah,
he's waiting around to see what they do. Same with Boots. Boots is about to be what IBF or I forget, man. He's in line too.
yeah. I think he's number 2 in the IBF. I think he's number. I think he's number. I think Virgil is number 1 in all those, really, except for the WB. WB. It's the
So you
WC.
see, man, you
WC.
see all of these guys, they getting in position, man. They waiting. Everybody like
Yeah.
when they said Spence and Crawford is holding up, they really are kind of holding it up.
Yeah.
Trying to
Yeah,
say,
yeah, yeah. We
as
gotta be.
soon as it should be go time, but as soon as they get it in, man, we have
Boots is
undisputed. Then
number
you gonna
one
see
in
all
the
these guys
IBF.
start
Keith is
mixing it up.
number one in WBC. Virgil's number one in the WBO, and I think Virgil might be number one in the WBA.
Right. So yeah, I
There you
know.
go.
Yeah, so Virgil's like number 1 in all those except for the WBC. I know Keith.
WBC
That
and
shit.
IBF. Boots is
Yeah,
And
number
so
I,
yeah,
one.
he got
oh,
two. He
Boots,
got two
Boots number.
rankings.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, he got.
Because I
Yeah,
know.
And Stanionis is the mandatory for WBA,
yeah.
right?
That's
Yeah.
why I
Yeah,
say
but
yeah. He Virgil
Stanionis is the
likely up.
WBA regular, so he can't be like ranked. He's
Boy,
Yeah.
technically the regular champion.
and I thought I smelled some shit in the game when I saw that shit when Keith jumped the line, when Keith jumped over goddamn Ortiz and Boots for the WBC to be no. I say,
Oh,
yeah,
come on, man, you know the
I see
vibe.
that shit. I see
Well,
that shit.
yeah, WBC they be on
So
that
why,
bullshit.
man?
They on that bullshit, bro.
Well, you got to understand, PBC doesn't get along with the WBC. And
Yeah.
so being under that banner right now, Boots is, he's going to deal with the politics. But when Keith Thurman said what he said, if I'm Boots, I'm like, he's the next best thing to a Crawford or because he beat Sean. I don't think he won that
Yeah.
fight. He beat Danny, very close, disputable fight. But he's got the name and he fought Pacquiao. Go over there,
Right.
get your biggest payday, put hands on him if he accidentally says yes, and now they can't deny you the next fight
Yeah, but
after
Keith,
But see, he
and
want 10
you got
mil.
to understand,
He
Keith don't
want
want
10
that
mil.
fight. Though.
the Boots
Keith,
and Crawford
all right,
fight.
you
Or,
He's
chasing
looking to cash out, man.
like he's chasing really, really big paydays. With Duke
Yeah.
fighting Spence or fighting Crawford is gonna get Keith 10 plus.
Yeah.
yeah,
You gonna fight those dudes, or you gonna fight Boots for 4 or 5? That don't make
he
sense.
probably fight for 4 or 5 right now because he know he getting shut down by Errol. Errol ain't gonna fight him because he
Nope.
number. You got to remember Crawford and Spence chased him around for
Yeah,
quite some time. He didn't even want to say their names. And then when he
yeah.
said, "Oh man, we'll have to see. They got to make it juicy for me," stuff like that. So
Hmm.
he may not get to fight those two. He may have
Hey,
missed
yo,
his chance.
I'm
that
gonna tell you what
never
I do if I was Boots
that
though.
never
I
Mhm.
would
it sounds good until they put 15 million in your face, 10 million in your face. It
But
sounds
who
good.
doing that for him?
But
Who gonna do it for
if I was Boots, I wouldn't worry
him?
about Keith Thurman right now because I know he's asking for 10 million or better. I would goddamn go get Stanley on this, and then I would goddamn go beat up on Ugas. I go beat the hell out of Ugas. You know what I'm saying?
I
Go
don't
just
Shit, I don't think Ugas taking that.
Nah,
who got
I don't think he taking that again. He ain't trying to go through another beat.
who is they trying to get beat up?
I'm
Yeah,
telling you.
nah.
I would
More,
ask you
I think more
to
than
call his
likely,
bluff.
Boost probably get Danny. I said Danny on the
stand,
Stanny on
standing
this.
standing on this. Yeah,
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 I think that
yeah.
might be more possible for him next.
Hey man,
I think I
hey,
call Keith's name first because Keith is sitting around. Keith acting like he tough. Call his bluff first. Because as
hey,
soon as you call his bluff, the WBC going to think about why they got him at number one. That's the first thing. And then secondly, say what you've been saying. Y'all got a time period before I step to the belts, their minds, and you can either put them down or lay down for them and, break it up. It's really that simple because he's going to be the Mando in 2 seconds. We know Virgil as the Mando is not going to take the fight with Crawford or Spence.
I
We
mean, bro,
know.
if they mandated, he got to take it, bro. But I
No,
mean,
he don't. He do just what Jaime Munguia did with Andre. He been mandated about 3 times and won't take the fight
won't
because he
take the
want
damn
Andre
fight.
to get
Damn,
his hands
yeah,
on
yeah,
him.
yeah. That's true. Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
hold on.
yeah.
Yo,
Salute to Captain 4G for the super chat. He said, "Good live, bro. Thanks, man. Thank you, thank you."
hey, hey,
Hey,
Shido, this is the issue though, right? How
Huh?
long are the sanctioning bodies going to let Crawford and Spence negotiate until they
Hey
order
man,
the
we got an appointment tomorrow to fix our instrument out for days. Tomorrow behind Huntersville Road,
Wait,
like
who is
between
that?
5 and 7.
Hey,
Do you know if we're on your room, Cal?
Well, no, I just do the outside stuff. The guys that's gonna come over to where you all at, they drive the van. Yeah. So
who's that? Oh, that was
They'll
the
bring
music going on.
everything they need, right?
yeah,
Because it's lightning inside.
yeah, they have to run everything new.
Oh, that's my.
Let me ask y'all a side question. You really
Oh, my
side question.
bad. But yeah,
My bad.
what was you saying, YSM?
Hey, I said this is the real issue for me. How long are the sanctioning bodies going to let Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford negotiate without coming to terms, without ordering mandatories?
yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
They
we
That's
better
already
give them
talked
all
about
day.
It's an
That's what I
order
was
that's what
just
I want
saying.
to know too. Why, Sim?
mandatory in 4 years.
yeah.
The WBA was supposed to consolidate the belts between Stanionis and Butaev and Ugas. Stanionis beat Butaev. Okay, well, it's supposed to be Stanionis and Earl. And then the WBO's mandatory is going to be up in October.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
that's
why.
crazy.
That's why I was saying like that's why it's more likely for that shit to happen if they don't come to agreement.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, they need to get this shit done.
They need to get this shit done, man. Cause I'm sick and tired of this bullshit, man. I was telling my wife then, man. I'm so motherfucking mad, man. I was telling my wife then, man. I said I need to know when we need to book our flight. I need to know where the fuck we going, and I already know all this shit. But I can't do shit. Now they got me on standstill. You know what I'm saying? Till we find out what's going on with this shit, man. I'm so motherfucking mad, man. Man, that's bullshit, man. They bullshitting, bro. I don't know
Nah,
who the fuck holding up the fight. I don't know who fuck. Some people want to say Crawford. Some people want to say Spence. I don't give a fuck. You know, I'm riding with Crawford. I'm riding with Crawford all day. But I don't give a fuck who it is, man. Y'all niggas need to get this shit together, man. This shit making me mad, bro. Like, come on, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Hey,
bro.
man.
Hey, this is the fight people want to see, man. This is the fight that's on tip of
Yeah,
everybody's tongue. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? We just waiting for the moment it's announced. Like it's almost
yeah,
like Christmas coming when you was a kid and shit. Like,
yeah, man.
hurry up, like you know.
Might be Christmas when we get it, and that would be bad probably for the number.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right. It might be Christmas when we get it right.
yeah.
No, if it occurs anywhere near Christmas and Thanksgiving, it's going to be a problem.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, hell
Definitely
no.
November. It's probably going to be early November because they don't really got enough pump and press time right now. And the
Hey,
other thing, oh, go
did
ahead.
y'all hear anything? Did y'all hear anything about they saying something about they couldn't find venues or something? Some shit about they venues or some shit they don't they was all booked up or something. I heard that too out there. I don't
Yeah,
know
I
if
heard
Well,
anybody else heard that.
being with college and the NFL going on, shit, I'm
Yeah.
sure it is, and a lot of concerts is gonna be around that time too. So
Mhm.
yeah.
yeah, bro,
Clock
it's
is ticking.
fuck yeah, the clock ticking.
I mean, like I was telling Shido earlier, we do got some good news.
Yeah.
What's
What
the
we
good
got?
news, YSM?
What we got? What yeah? Why is him?
They
They've
talking.
already they've already started matching the undercards. So they've
Right.
sent the undercard out to matchmakers for
Okay,
that particular fight.
okay, well,
Spence and Crawford. So that is good news.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
okay, well that's
Okay.
good then. Shit,
Yeah.
at least we getting somewhere forward.
Yeah.
But they need to come on, man. Shit,
That's
cause
why I said
fuck,
I expect the announcement within a week or two, man.
cause
I hope
I
so,
think
man.
yeah, I'm trying to catch a couple NFL games, man. So they need to come on with this.
you think the fight will sell more on Thanksgiving weekend? That's a good question. What do y'all think? Thanksgiving
I don't
weekend,
think so.
Crawford versus
I don't
Spence.
think so.
Everybody,
I,
family,
That's
wait, wait,
yeah.
wait, wait, everybody, families at home. Everybody watch the pay-per-view fight. I mean,
I
it,
mean,
You
but my
trying to
bad.
spend time with family though. That's like that's a we need the vibe together moment, not so much a boxing moment. It's
and
not
you
like
could
that.
beat them in
Yeah,
football.
and you got football, like
You got
football,
NFL, NFL, yeah.
yeah, they all day
they
do,
can't compete with that.
and then you got the NBA too. The NBA play on
Yeah.
Thanksgiving as
Damn
well.
sure
So
do. Damn
Yeah,
sure
so
do.
yeah,
hey,
they
football is
yeah,
Thanksgiving Day. Yeah,
that's
Yeah.
terrible.
Like that
Yeah.
first and second week in November, so everybody's ready to spend a little money with you, and then boom, you're good money because what they doing, they're messing up by because there's a couple big fights that's going to happen around the same time too. So depending
Wilder's
on
coming back.
That's that Canelo's supposed to fight around that time?
Yeah, that's in
Canelo,
September.
Yeah.
so we got to look at that too. You don't want the fans to be torn between that and your fight
Right.
because your fight was the most anticipated when Crawford was younger, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now he's 36, and that's the same age Floyd fought Canelo at. They thought Canelo was going to wash him because of his age. So what are we going to think for Crawford if he gets washed, or and I
Oh,
predict he's going to hurt Spence a few times, but you don't know how it's going to go because it's not the young Crawford anymore, which is why his
yo,
ass
Well,
price is so high.
and
both of these guys have had, I mean, we don't know if it's the same Earl Spence,
Right.
you know.
Well,
yo,
we seen Errol against Danny after the car accident. If Danny hits you and you don't wobble, we know you halfway all right because Danny got a little hit.
Well, shit, that hold on. We're not talking about the same Danny from 140 because he didn't carry his power into 147. So when he hit you, he hit it now.
I mean,
Getting hit by Danny now is not like
hey,
getting hit by
yo,
Danny.
another thing we got to think about, y'all. Wilder's about to come back. Do you really want to? If Wilder shit get announced, everybody booking flights and all that shit.
yeah,
You
you
really
right about
want to
that,
Oh
have
yeah.
YSM.
compete with
Oh yeah.
Deontay
Oh
Wilder's
yeah.
returning to the ring?
Nah.
Hey,
oh,
when you think he returning, YSM?
I don't. I heard like October, November. I mean, he was in the gym today,
See,
Oh
so
yeah, he coming back soon. Then yeah,
like
probably
if
October,
Wilder
November.
comes back, I'm sorry. Spencer Crawford's a great fight. Wilder's my guy. I'm
mhm.
Right.
sorry.
I'm
Right.
gonna watch
People going to see him. So
Wilder. The Wilder is
Hey.
definitely exciting. I can't knock you. But see, a Halloween date, not quite Halloween, but close around Halloween, like a little early before Halloween.
Mm,
That's not a bad date either.
yeah.
The question is, when is Canelo Triple G happening?
Yeah. See, that's the shit right there. That's the thing. Canelo Triple G.
So that fight is already made. Canelo Triple G. We waiting on that.
Yep.
And whatever happens next. But it seemed like
Ryan
boxing
and Tank.
on Spence and Crawford, bro.
Ryan and Tank.
Ryan and Tank, yeah.
Yeah, they're going to pay for Tank.
Hey,
Tank
why
is going.
real quick on that? What do you think the significant obstacles is gonna be in making that fight?
Um, Oscar De La Hoya wanting his own involved when Ryan's never been on pay per view.
Mm.
How many fights has Tank done per year in the last 2 years? Like two or
Uh,
three?
yeah,
Tank pretty active.
we got to
not more than
disregard,
that, I think.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
we got to
Tank been
disregard
pretty
COVID,
active.
I think he's
year because
fighting like
COVID.
2 times a year, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's been
So
on
if he
pay per view 3 to 4 times.
So if he's doing that, he just knocked out Rolly. He had a fight earlier this year, didn't he?
Cruz,
Yeah,
huh?
Cruz, he brought Pitbull Cruz. And
Cruz.
that's the fight, and that's the fight they trying to get to go. They trying to run that back. The Cruz and Tank
What?
Interesting.
because yeah, they trying to run Tank and Cruz back. They
Yeah,
want to run
I
that
think I
shit back.
did hear Calvin Ford in the interview say some shit like that.
Yeah, yeah,
What?
Yeah,
yeah,
I forgot
yeah,
which interview it is, bro, but I think I did hear that shit. Said he
yeah.
Tank
kind of
ain't
alluded
trying
to it.
Tank ain't trying to do that.
Shit.
Oh, dang, man. I like that fight, but not right now, bro. We got some, nah, man. We need to be taking to some big fights, bro. Like, we need to see.
But hey, I say this: the fight this month that we should just really be looking forward to is Usyk and Joshua, man.
That's a fight right there. That's a fight.
I
Now,
think
Yeah.
who wins that fight, you guys?
I got
Should I
Usyk.
say I got Usyk, man? I got Usyk just for the pure boxing, man. I got Usyk, man. I don't know, man. I don't think Josh. I didn't see Joshua. That's in that fight that first fight, man. It was just like Joshua couldn't do nothing to figure this man out. He was just totally at a loss. He was just, and then I seen Joshua on his back foot, just, he was trying to. I was like, damn, I didn't know because I watched Usyk, but I didn't. I guess I haven't watched him that close. But I was like, God damn, I didn't know he was like that. Throwing, because Usyk pretty damn good. I gotta watch that motherfucker again. God
Yeah,
damn,
I mean,
Usyk a bad motherfucker.
I mean, the only way I feel Joshua can win is if he make
I would think if he knock him out.
if he make it nasty, man. He gotta not try to worry about so much placing his punches and just hit this motherfucker. Hit him in the chest, arms, wherever. Try to slow that rhythm down because
Right.
he tried to come forward last fight. He had some success in the 5th and the 6th, but when Usyk popped his ass in the 7th, he retreated.
Right.
And that's what I say, man. AJ just gotta have that dog in him, man. He gonna get hit, and he just kept getting fucking hit, and it's
Yeah.
just like I just kept retreating. But he gotta hit,
Yep.
he gotta get hit, take that shit, and try to keep going into the kitchen. Otherwise, Usyk gonna stop him this time.
That shit is
If he
crazy.
cannot make it nasty, I got Usyk stopping him in 10.
Well, here's my thing. Did he watch the Chisora fight at all? If
I don't
you,
know.
if,
That's what we trying to figure out because he better
right,
watch it this time, and not
yeah,
just the Chisora fight. He need to watch the Tony Bellew fight.
yes, because Usyk is not unstoppable. The problem is Joshua has a problem with throwing combinations and looking a certain way. He's so worried about how he looked in the ring as opposed to getting it done in the ring. That
Facts.
compromises him, and then he
He
get all anxiety attack. Like there's a lot of people out there. No, duh, you're the heavyweight champ of the world. Swallow the moment and get busy. So
he don't like.
Joshua needs to let his hands go. Go
Mhm.
lay on Usyk, make him tired like a heavyweight should,
Yep.
and don't be afraid of the moment. Let your hands go. If you don't throw like 5, 6, you should look like Street Fighter in certain rounds. Even if you miss, no one cares. Keep throwing.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm
Right.
also hearing Usyk punishing guys in sparring too.
Yeah, that's what
So
they saying. Usyk is punishing.
I
Hey,
don't know, man.
Bushido. When I was posting Usyk as a top heavyweight, and Cass was clowning in some of the forums, and then he went in there and knocked out Joshua. It was like shock. It was like shock to them, and that's how I know who watches boxing and who don't. I'm like, this cat been a killer at cruiserweight, and he was a
Mhm.
killer before cruiserweight, and he a killer at heavyweight. I want to see him and Tyson Fury get it in.
And he still seemed like
That's gonna be
he
tough.
can move
He
the
knocked
thing.
out Joshua.
Nah, he didn't knock out Joshua.
Nah, he didn't knock him out.
He
Okay.
almost knocked him out, though. He almost knocked
The
him out.
round
He
ended
hurt him.
very early.
They rung the bell early though. I will say that because he was finna stop him. They rang that shit like 6 seconds early.
Yeah,
Now,
I'm gonna
let
say
me ask
a full 13.
Hey,
y'all this. If AJ lose, is it over?
No,
nah,
because we can
We
get the
still want to see
Wilder
him
and
and
Joshua
Deontay
fight.
Wilder. We still
That's
want to
right.
see shit. Yeah,
yeah,
we still want to see that shit.
yeah. That's for sure. Him and Joshua and Fury. That we need that.
I think
Yeah,
AJ will
yeah.
lose the motivation and the heart to fight if he loses again.
Nah, I don't know, Bushido. I mean, he got knocked out. I mean, he got stopped in New York in front of all them people. Shit.
But if he lose again, bro, I mean, if AJ win a rematch, he's here. But if he loses again,
It's just certain motherfucker Bushido that got your number, and then it's like same
Yeah.
thing with Wilder and Fury. It's just certain motherfuckers that got your number, you know.
Yeah, I
that's
think it's how he lose, Bushido. Let's say that.
yeah. Let's
It's
just
how
say
he lose. Is if Usyk, if he can't, I feel like this. If he can't find a way how to frustrate or stop Usyk, and Usyk just mentally drain his ass and beat him 12 rounds or stop him, yeah, there's gonna be some
Yeah.
psychological shit going on. Cause that's just like going against a guy that many times and like you can't figure him out. It's like, damn, bro, this motherfucker really, you know what I mean? He
Yeah.
that and that thing that's probably what Wilder was going through with Tyson
Yeah.
Fury. It's like, fuck, I just can't beat this guy.
yeah, heavyweight
Right.
is more forgiving, Drayton, man. It is. You could take some losses as a heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? And still,
Hey, how do y'all see? How do y'all see? And I don't know if y'all cooked on this earlier, but how do y'all see Danny faring at 154? Because that shit didn't tell me nothing. It didn't tell me nothing because I don't see him beating Lubin. I don't see him beating Harrison. I definitely don't see him beating
He gonna
Charlo
get
or
his ass
Castano.
whooped.
Food.
Basically, because that shit didn't tell me anything, man. With him, with that Benavidez fight, because Benavidez didn't do shit. He kept Benavidez. When have y'all known, goddamn, Danny Garcia to be on his front foot that much to put the, what I'm saying, because he's a counterpuncher. He's a counterpuncher, so he was initiating the offense. Benavidez wasn't. He kept walking around that high ass guard he had, that high ass guard, just goddamn throwing them Frankenstein at. I was like, what the fuck is going on here, man?
That's what we were talking about
Look,
earlier, man. Benavidez was fighting the way Danny normally fights, on his, just waiting, counter punching on his back foot, waiting. That's how Danny normally fights, but he did the opposite.
Right.
look at the caliber of opponent he's fighting. He can get away with that when he's fighting somebody like Jose, but if he fights somebody who's of a high level, he won't be able to do that.
Nah, he can't do that against Tony.
Exactly, yeah.
He won't do that. He won't do that against Spence. He won't do that against Crawford. He won't do that against Thurman because those guys are too good for them to allow him to do that.
Let me give a
He
different
definitely
account.
gonna fuck with them guys at 154, Dick Lubin,
Nah,
Harrison, and goddamn Castano.
Well, let me give a different account of Danny, because Danny's not trying to fight no Castano or none of them, right? Danny is smart, and everybody says Harrison will get him. Harrison's chin is suspect. In his last fight, when he lost, he looked real suspect. I think Danny knocks Harris out. I think Danny fight Charlo. I think Danny could fight Charlo and give a good account of himself before he gets knocked out. But I think Danny can beat Harrison. I don't think he's trying to stay at the weight too long. And if the Lara fight can be made, because Lara is a counter puncher and Danny looks like he'll initiate offense, that is the way to go to get a belt. And then you can step to, if you don't want to fight Harrison, go on and step to Charlo, because that's what you wanted to do, and find out who you are.
I disagree with that.
I don't think he knocks out. I don't think he knocks. I don't think he knocks.
Danny gets whooped by everybody in his name.
I don't think he knocks out Harrison.
Nah, he not gonna be able to get inside of him.
Yeah, he's not gonna get inside.
Small, man.
Number two,
Harrison, bro, I don't know if you saw that Garcia fight. That boy Tony Harrison put on a boxing clinic.
That's a motherfucking pure boxer. That's a fucking pure boxer.
And if you go look at Charlo 1 in Harrison, you see that boxing clinic he put on, man.
Oh, you look good.
Get inside of that,
I thought Charlo won that
and Garcia not knocking nobody out. He's not knocking nobody out anyway these days. You know what I'm saying? Like I said,
that's what I'm saying. So you expect him to go out there and knock Tony Harrison out with those big ass gloves he got on? No.
I think Harrison's chin is different. I think Harrison, though he wants to fight, will find out that Danny got a little more pep in his step than he thinks. And I think Charlo would end Danny Garcia, but I don't think Harrison has the chin to do it. Harrison can box, but remember, he's doing that against Charlo, a bigger guy. Those same punches against a smaller guy, he's going to move.
Nah,
you
but
saw that with Danny the other night.
I think you're overrating Danny's power at 154 a little bit.
But Lenore, let me ask you this, Lenore. You think Danny footwork could keep up with Tony Harrison's footwork?
No.
Thank you.
I disagree.
His footwork is not. He's just not big enough, man. I don't
small, man. He's small, bro.
Harrison is 6'1" with a 77-inch reach, bro. Which you think? If Spence did that to him, what you think Tony Harrison gonna do? A slick mover, bro.
Spence is faster.
Bro, I tell you what,
Spence is sparring versus Charlo.
Huh?
You know how that goes, right? When Spence spars with Charlo, right?
But that's Spence though. I mean, we're
Spence,
talking about Tony Harrison.
And Danny went the distance with Spence and gave Spence a little trouble.
but
Well,
I'm saying
I'm
what
we
version of Spence was that?
talking about we talking about a pure boxer with good footwork.
That that
Spence can box, but Spence came forward on Danny. What you think Tony Harrison gonna do? Tony
posted, he
Harrison
the
fight
bigger
off
So,
his
so
man.
back
yeah,
foot.
yeah, yeah. Tony Harrison got great footwork, and
Yeah,
he
he gonna fight
rangy,
off
and
his
he
back.
He's
rangy,
rangy,
and
man.
he rangy as shit, and he got that
Quick,
jab. He gonna
quick,
be jabbing.
rangy,
Pop
Yeah,
shot
sneaky.
the fuck out of Danny for 12
But
rounds.
he ain't got
yeah,
that
yeah,
chin. He ain't got that chin.
Bro, he got a better chance against Erickson Lubin, bro.
Yeah,
I
I
don't.
yeah.
agree.
I agree. I
I
agree.
agree.
I agree. I
And I
agree.
Well, Ruben ain't got no chin neither, so you could be right.
Well,
But
Lubin got no chin and he's smaller too. He's not
Yeah,
the
Ruben
technician
ain't got.
that Tony Harrison is.
yeah.
thank you. He's not, bro. I'm sorry. I just can't see Danny beating Tony Harrison.
Well, we gonna
Tony
find out.
Harris. The only problem with Tony Harrison ain't got no chin.
He
Maybe
don't
That's
that's
what
have
what
a
I said.
chin.
with those big 154 pounders. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's his problem.
But
But
Yeah.
I don't.
if he had a chin, he'd be a force to be reckoned with in that
But
division.
hey, I would like to see Harrison and Fondora lock up though.
Yeah.
I think Fundora gonna knock him out. I don't think his chin's gonna hold up. I think it holds up against Danny, but it's not gonna hold up against Fundora.
Pandora, right.
I think
I,
Pandora gets you over an accumulation of shots,
Exactly.
but he don't get you over no power. I think Danny hits harder than Pandora, which is why I think
No, he
Harrison
doesn't.
is
Yeah, I
Danny.
don't know, bro. I mean,
Listen,
like,
listen.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know,
tell you
Danny
man.
something.
though, what? Hold on. We're
Danny.
not talking about 140 Danny no more, man.
That's
We're
what I'm
not
He
talking
saying.
about
Like
weighs
you think that
147, but you got to understand.
Danny was a big puncher at 140. He was a decent puncher, a okay puncher at 147.
yeah,
And look what he's doing. He didn't even hurt Benavidez not once.
exactly. His
No,
power didn't
Not
carry.
once.
His
that,
power
that
didn't carry
Benavidez
him.
always got that same look. Remember, he had that same look as Terrence Crawford was putting him to sleep. The problem with him, remember, before he got shot, that boy was excellent.
Oh yeah,
After he got shot, he wasn't about a nickel. He was okay. And we saw the best or the end of him against Crawford. And then that last fight he had before this fight with Danny, he was sloppy and a mess. This fight, he was putting some punches together, but Danny was clowning him. Danny didn't even have to wear glasses when he came up out of there. That's how slick he is.
yep,
I'm
yep.
telling you, he gonna get in there with
And Tony
Harrison.
Harrison, and Harrison not, and when you got somebody like Harrison, somebody that's 6'1", something, he's not gonna give away his height just
Nah.
Thank
like Benavidez.
Nah, he ain't.
Benavidez
you.
gave away his height.
Yeah, bro.
He
You
did.
you got you got you
Jab
got to
is
go
the biggest
watch
problem,
Harrison
bro.
versus Garcia, bro. You got to
I
watch
seen
that shit.
Harrison fight a lot.
His
So
jab,
I'm telling you, even his, like I said, that last when he lost that other fight, and and they gave him that. I think he was fighting that Hawaiian cat. The other. What was
Oh,
that?
yeah, I know the fight he had a
Yeah,
draw in.
couple months ago.
Yeah, the fight he had a
Looked
draw
a
in.
mess.
good fella,
He
dude.
looked a mess. I said, man, this dude is shot after the Charlo fight. If he fights Danny like that, and Danny hits him, I'm telling you, he going to sleep. Then
No,
they
no,
go, oh, Danny's
hold on, hold
crazy.
on, hold on, hold on.
Got
Tony
a
looked
chin.
good his last fight. He looked good his last fight. His jab was ridiculous. If that Tony
Jab
Harrison,
always good. He can box. He can
he,
box. But
Danny,
that chin ain't good.
he's too big for Danny. Danny's
He's
too
too big.
too little.
Yeah, bro. Danny ain't
Tony's
gonna be
jab,
able to keep up with
Tony's
his
jab,
footwork.
Exactly,
and
exactly.
I tell you what, if Laura
Yeah, he
says no,
definitely.
Harrison will probably be next on the plate. And then we're gonna see if his chin stand. I don't think his chin stands up against Danny.
Listen,
But I
listen,
don't
listen, listen, listen.
think
This is Danny's best shot. He waits. He fights Thurman, and then he waits for hopefully the winner of Zoo and Charlo to dissipate the spread the belts around. And he fights a weak champion to be a champion
Well,
because he's not beating these top guys at
well,
154.
by that time you gonna have Spencer. You gonna have Spencer Crawford at 154.
But he can. I mean, there's four belts. He might be able to snatch up one.
Danny ain't trying to do that. He's trying to fight Lara because he feels he's the champion who's a good boxer, but he's not. He don't got the power. And if
Shit,
you
The only
remember
Laura
thing
be
the
about
knocking
Laura,
guys out
the
at
only reason
60,
why he
man.
may beat Laura is Laura gets old overnight, like really old overnight. And might be one of those nights he gets really old. But if it's a Laura that fought what was Laura's last fight
Man,
against
Lawrence been looking
Oh,
good
so
the Irish against
fight.
that Irish dude, I
yeah,
think it's the Irish
O'Sullivan.
dude. Yeah, Laura beats him, man. Maybe even stops
Right.
him.
Yeah,
well,
man.
Lara can box, but the problem
Absolutely.
is,
I'm just saying because his age, you never know what night he's gonna get old over. You
well,
never
if
know.
Danny hit him, he gonna get on that bicycle. We know Lara start to box you as soon as you hit him in the mouth. He gonna be okay. Either this jab works still, and I can always tie you up. I think if he does that in a Danny fight, he gets the same thing he got with Canelo, a decision against him. And that's why I think Danny's banking on that. Then he becomes a champion at a different weight. So now he gains what he's chasing, history. And then if he decides to fight a Harrison, I think he shocks the world, knocks him out. Then he can go retire if necessary because he got mental.
No.
He don't really want to
Let's not
fight.
go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I saw, but
I see where you're going with this, but no,
You see
I don't
you see
think
where it's
that's
at? That would be the picture I think he could paint without having to
you know what? If Danny's really looking to retire, he fights Keith Thurman. He trains his hard. He beats Keith Thurman. He rectifies that loss that was close, and call it a day.
Yep.
Really?
How about that?
I don't think
Stay
he
away
beats
from Barry,
them.
stay away from
It's
Harrison.
bad.
Stay away from those guys at 154. Go out there, fight Thurman, get the victory, retire. We'll ride off to the sunset. You got it.
It'll probably be your pay-per-view retirement check and everything. So here you go. So just do that. He has a chance of being Thurman, a chance. So that's what I say.
Yeah.
Because it was a split decision last time. It was very close, but
Yeah. He better off fighting Keith, man.
Yeah.
Leave them guys alone.
Yep.
well, he there and he won it now. He at 156.
And I actually think he probably. I actually would give him the edge over Keith right now. You know,
I
right
would.
now because
I would.
He fought Barrios. He fought Barrios, and before then he was inactive. So I just don't know. I'm not seeing that.
But my thing about it is, to me, Keith looked great. People just act. The only struggle with Keith was his body shot, but other than that, he looked great in that fight, considering everything.
He fucked up.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you one thing too. And when he had those, I think he had 12-ounce gloves or 10-ounce gloves, those extra 2 ounces. He was knocking Barrios. He has. Keith still got power at 154-pound gloves.
Shit, Barrios just hit that damn
I bet you Thurman hits harder than Danny at
Danny
154.
got way better defense than Barrios, bro.
Yes, exactly.
Who got better defense?
Danny got better defense than Barrios.
Okay.
No, for sure. But I think Thurman can.
You see Tank put it. You see Tank send his ass to sleep experts.
He did. No, but I'm saying, listen, if it was Danny versus the Keith Thurman, the last, that would he might have been able to get Thurman. But I think with this tune-up, I think Thurman's gonna be even better next time out. My money's on Thurman. Again.
I can see that. But my thing, if he's at 150, he did call out Thurman, which is what probably gave him the depression because he lost 3 big ones in a row, right? So that Thurman fight in the Porter fight, and then that probably was weighing on his mind, like, yo, what's up? But you at 154, you called out Lara. Let's see if Lara takes it, and then fight Harrison. I'm telling you. Fight Harrison or Charlo. Find out.
You trying to get this dude killed, bro. You trying to get this dude. He is not fighting Thurman.
Hey, you know what? Hey, hold on. But you know what? You know what? I would love to see how Keith Thurman was in tip top form. If he gets another fighting for a tune-up, I would love to see how he'd fare at 154 against those dudes. I'm just curious. I just a stylistic thing.
Too
I would
small,
love to
bro.
I think he's too small too, but I think he has a better shot than Danny.
Man, hell no. Keep 5'7". Them dudes up there big.
Yeah, them motherfucker big.
No, the only reason why I say he has a better shot than Danny, I think his power is a little bit more, and I think that his feet will carry him a little longer. But I'm not saying he'll win against those guys because he is too small. I'm just saying you have a slightly better shot than Danny.
I tell you what. A good test for Danny would be Patrick Teixeira. Let's see how.
Let's do Lubin. Lubin would be good for him right now. These Tesla Waters and shit.
Nah, they ain't about to put Lubin in there with nobody right now.
No,
put him with Thurman.
I don't want him to lose. Thurman still want to fight at 147, and he can make the weight. He wants the winner of that Crawford thing, which is why they pushed him up to number 1 because that WBC don't matter. But to be honest, like I said, you're gonna have a tough time convincing either one of them of fighting you. Because you ain't want to fight when it was juicy. Even with Errol and Terrence, you had Terrence chasing Errol most of that time. Errol like, I'm going to clean out this side. He like, no, let's get it while I'm halfway still young. About 2 years ago, I'm 34. Let's get it in. Now he's 36.
35.
34.
35.
He's 34.
Right?
35.
Yeah, you motherfucker told me to go get a belt. I went and got a belt. Then you motherfucker, he said, keep Thurman, go over
Still don't
there.
want to fight. You
Okay.
did.
He
Yeah,
said,
but
you
but
go over
hold on,
there.
but you know what kills
You
me,
don't want to fight
and
me.
this is not even so. If Thurman's too small for 154, if Daddy's too small for 154, what do you think Spence is? I mean, to me, I think Spence is an average size 154 pounder. When you compare him to
Yeah.
those big old beasts, I
Size
don't
is
think he.
moving, bro.
I,
Five
I
nine.
think
I know
I
he's five
think the
nine and a
same I
half,
think the
and
same thing about I think the same thing about Boots. Boots look like
no,
he's
no,
a
no, no.
Nah,
Boots could do
Boots will
160
do
for sure.
well
But
at
no, I'm
5'10".
saying I think for Spence, I think that he won't be big, but he won't be small. I don't think that he'll get like roughed up. But I think if he goes to
no.
154, he's gonna definitely adjust because those guys, to me, he's like an average size 154 pounder.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Motherfuckers say he's a middleweight.
But
I don't see that.
Castano is like what 5'8", 5. What?
yeah,
How
But
tall is
no,
he?
5'7".
no, no. But not only that, but how look how stocky Castano is compared to Spence. Look. Put up a picture of Jamel Charlo and Spence, and just look at the size difference between the two. But no, we gotta get the shirts off. That's not a good one. This, all right, look.
Okay.
This look. There's a size difference. Look how wide Jamel is compared to Spence.
Mm,
Right.
yeah. Mm.
There's a size
Yeah,
difference
but
there.
he not that much bigger than him though.
No.
No, he's not. He's
He's
not.
not that much bigger than him though, bro.
Spence get it in with both the Charlo brothers with no problem and wins on occasions. And that
Yeah.
we'll leave it at that, saying they go back and forth. We'll leave it at that. So I'm telling you, if Danny was in there with the monster in that gym, Spence, I don't think, which is why he was okay with trying to fight Charlo. I don't think it's that big an issue for him. The question is going to be, is Keith going to stay at that weight, or is he going to keep trying to chase a fight with them? And if he do, he's not going to get it for the belt. Because I'm telling you, as soon as Spence or Crawford win, they're going to leave that division and go up. Because I think
Yep.
Crawford is going to check Charlo. I think he's
Everybody,
going to test the waters with
all,
Charlo.
all the top dogs at 47 is moving to 54. Charlo is
Yeah. Yep.
moving to 60 after Tim Zoo.
Yep.
So so staying at 50, going to 54 is not going to be a problem for dudes like Keith and Danny because you're not fighting nothing but blown up 47s.
That's true.
That so all you're gonna see is kind of like when Shane Mosley and Oscar and all the dudes moved up to 54 after being at 47. That's how it's gonna look.
That's true. Because
Yep.
I think the 154 pounders are true. A lot of them are truly middleweights.
And that's when the young guys gonna come up, Boots, Ortiz, and they're gonna take over 47.
They're gonna take over 47.
They're gonna
Yeah.
take over 47, but I don't think their reign's gonna be as long as Spence, Keith,
No,
and
it's
Hey,
Thurman.
not.
hey,
It's not.
YSM, how long you think
They're gonna
Boots
be
will stay
coming
at
up to
47?
154 in a couple of years themselves.
Yeah,
Give
yeah,
about
I
2
agree.
years
I agree with that. I agree with that. Yep, you're right.
because they're even bigger than this generation of welterweights.
Boots big as shit, man. Boots look like a motherfucking
Boost, and
middleweight.
Virgil's fat and Boots is just big.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Boots look like a motherfucking middleweight. I like that
That's
motherfucker
what
is
I'm saying.
big.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey,
That's what I'm saying. I said these guys may stay for a year or two. I said give about 2 years. You're gonna see them coming up to 154.
yo, YSM.
Everything. And what
Yeah, we
Spence,
gonna.
Hey,
now
how long you
Charlo's
think Boots
talking about
stand at
going to
47?
160. Oh, go ahead.
I didn't hear you. What'd you say, bro?
I say, how long you think Boots stand at 47?
He
Maximum of
trying to
2
fight the
years.
champion now, so he obviously knows something about his weight. And he was talking about he brought in somebody professional this time to help him cut it. So probably 4 fights, maybe 2 years at the longest.
Nah, he make it he make it
But
pretty easy, but you gotta factor in that his brother his, his brother and his dad were middleweight. His other brother was a super middleweight. So naturally he's gonna grow out of that class. I feel like he
Yeah,
got a maximum of 2 years. I mean, his strength and conditioning coach is named Rob Acosta. He does a
yeah,
pretty good job, but nature is nature.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
you know, y'all know how I kind of feel like like with the fight between Spence and Crawford, no matter who wins, I feel like if what so let me say it like this: if Spence wins and beats Crawford convincingly, I think Crawford's going to retire. I think that if Crawford wins and beats Spence, either he'll want to want a rematch. I think Crawford, if he's closer, he'll definitely want a rematch. But I think that if Crawford beats Spence, I think that Spencer, and it's convincing, either he'll want a rematch or he'll just go up to 154 and try to continue his legacy. But I think that I think it's more likely to see Spence beating Crawford because you know how we always talk about Crawford, like talk about retiring in his mid-30s and he's already accomplished. And
Menard,
I think he's very prideful too.
Menard.
I think that if I
He
hold on,
has
this is one thing I
wait,
can
wait,
give it
wait,
to you.
wait, wait,
This
wait.
is one thing.
I gotta stop you.
This is my opinion.
You
I'm
gotta
just
think
saying that
about
I think that if
how
Spence
much
beats
money a
hold on,
fight
why
is.
I'm just get this right real quick. I'll give it to you. I think that if Spence beats Crawford, I think this because they're both personalities. I think that if they don't want a rematch, I think that Crawford would be the one to retire. I think before Spence would at this point in their careers.
They
Correct.
they might
What do you
make
think? What do you
25
guys
to
think?
30 million dollars on that
Huh?
fight. They
Huh?
might make 25 to 30 million dollars a piece on that fight. Ain't nobody retiring after that one fight, bro.
Well, they're
I don't
doing a
listen.
multi-fight
No,
deal.
if Spence beats Crawford convincingly, I think I think that he would definitely retire. I don't think he's gonna
Bud
stay
got
out.
too much pride for that.
Yeah,
That's the problem. That's my point.
man.
You saying no to 25 to 30 million dollars, Leon?
I don't.
They
I
good.
listen. I think Crawford's money is already. I think he's good. I mean, he makes big paydays. I think he's good now.
Are you saying no to 25 to 30 million dollars or not?
hell no,
What
hell
what
no.
black man? You see
Remember,
fathers, right?
remember they're working on a multi-fight deal. So this ain't just one fight. They talking about 2 to 3 fights, which is what's taking so long. But a multi-fight deal, I win. Let's do it again, probably in Oklahoma as opposed to somewhere down south the first time because Spence has the number. Oklahoma always sells out the building. But if we sell one and we know we can pack the building in Nebraska, it ain't nothing wrong with going there too because we're going to do it for the same amount. And
But
it's the
that
first
wouldn't. But that why would that make any sense for them to go to Nebraska if they're going to go to Vegas the first time unless Crawford wins? Why would they go to Nebraska if they're not? Because at the end of the day, they're not going to Texas. It looks like they ain't going to Texas. So
That's
those
why it's
places,
a multi-fight
huh?
deal because Nebraska is going to sell out. He's always going to sell out at home. He's never had an issue with selling out the crowd. And regardless,
But you would make more money in Texas than you would in Nebraska because the sheer number of the stadium, how big the stadium is, and we know
but
how
it
much
ain't
number
happening.
Spence puts in Cowboys already without Crawford.
Yeah, but it ain't
So
happening.
imagine a big super fight like this going into
It
the
ain't gonna
Cowboys.
go.
You make more money in Cowboy Stadium than you would the other
The
one.
Cowboy Stadium because
Ain't
the
no super
Cowboys are
fight
playing.
going
That's the
to
point.
either one of those
So
places, bro.
yeah, you
Las
gotta do.
Vegas, you get the resort prices, man. Stop
Why
it.
Yeah,
is
you
him
got to
shut that
do it
shit
in
down?
where it's going to sell.
Crazy.
So there's other venues in Texas they could probably sell out. But if they're working on a multi-fight contract, which is the hold up, was at least that was the talk. Then and you know what? Because I think I can probably shoot by the Olympic Training Center and go holler at him and get a little bit of lowdown. But you figure they do the first one out south because that's where it's going to pop at. And then you
But
turn around and do the second one in his hometown, which I believe is the issue because he wanted it in his hometown where he know the fans is going to be there.
but
So
that's the thing, bro. I'm not hearing that. I'm not hearing that it's gonna be in any type of South. I heard it's gonna be in Vegas.
It's gonna be
Vegas, yeah, Vegas
Yeah,
or New York.
and even and then
because they
if we're
charge
gonna be
more money in
fair,
Vegas.
why would if you're gonna have it down south, you would might as well just especially the A side, you might as well just have it in Texas.
Yeah.
like I said
You know what I mean?
before,
So
they do
the only
Cowboys
way I see them going to
out by the
Omaha
NFL.
second time is
And
if Crawford
third,
wins.
if the first one is going to happen in Vegas, and we're talking a multi-fight deal, we know that South is closer to Vegas, where the other party can go to Nebraska and still have the same sellout crowd. You're not going to miss on the crowd by taking it to Crawford's hometown. You
But
might
I'm
miss
saying
on.
you would.
Yo, it's about the like. I see you focusing on the crowd. Yeah, the crowd would be big, but the price of ticket, and that's the most important thing. They want to sell one ticket for the maximum amount, and you cannot do that in Dallas.
Or Nebraska, yep.
I got a lot of
I
faith.
think. I
I don't know.
I
Somebody got.
think that if you're gonna put this down south between Omaha and Texas for these fighters to make money, you pick Texas because I think Texas will just make more revenue. People want to go to Texas. People want to go to more than Omaha, Nebraska. That's no offense. I'm just saying.
Oh,
So there's
that's
more things
fact.
to do.
If you gonna say the
And
South,
Bud Crowd will come out and sell it out regardless.
You
put
know
that
this honestly a
put that
fight
bitch
like this should be to be neutral ground. This should be Atlanta for the people.
down.
That
Yep.
would be dope.
Hollywood.
Atlanta might come out
That
for
would
it.
be dope. If you
Yeah.
want a neutral ground, a big
That's Black
crowd, a
Hollywood,
big
bro.
black audience, pay to your audience, you want to put this in Atlanta. That'd be
Facts.
dope.
Facts.
At
It'd
Yeah,
be
Falcon
but
packed. It
Stadium,
would be packed.
at Falcon
Mercedes-Benz
Stadium,
Stadium.
That's not bad. That's not a bad idea.
You put this shit in. You put this in Atlanta. Watch how this gonna sell
Well,
out.
let's go to Brooklyn.
right
Since
away.
you got two knockout artists that the people
Well,
pay to
shit.
see,
But
we can
shit,
go right to Barclays.
if
Hey
you
yo, them
put
New
it in
York
Brooklyn,
taxes is vicious, bro.
put it in Brooklyn, she might as well put it in MSG.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, yeah, fuck that. No one wants. I want this needs to have a bigger venue than like 20,000 seats. We need to get like a stadium for
What's
this.
big? But the Garden is the world famous arena, though, bro.
Fuck
Hey
this. Fuck the
Leonard,
Garden. We need a stadium.
The Garden got
Leonard,
ratchets.
We need a stadium.
20,000.
We need a stadium. We
Leonard,
need a
nah.
stadium for this. Fuck the Garden.
You ever watch a fight at the stadium? That shit sucks. You watching
Yes.
the
Fuck.
jumbo
Hey,
shot.
but for this type of
Shit.
If I want to watch the TV screen, I can watch that shit at home, bro. Nah,
Facts. That's why I say put that shit in the arena, man. That shit in the Garden.
Salute the
I mean,
dirty. Hold on. Salute the Dirty Red for the super chat. He said Fury beat Wilder convincingly, and then they fought again. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're heavyweights though, you know, and there ain't too many of them, so they tend to do that a little bit more in heavyweights. But Crawford Spence is the biggest fight in boxing. I mean, it has to happen more than once.
it's the biggest fight in boxing until Deontay Wilder decides to come back.
no, okay. First of all, y'all made two false statements. Number one is not the biggest fight in boxing. Number two, Wilder would not even be the biggest
Why
fight
is
in
not
boxing
the
over
biggest
this.
fight in boxing, bro? What?
It's the best fight in boxing.
Man, that's
Hey
the
yo,
biggest, bro.
Well,
hey
Man,
yo,
I don't think
hey
so, man.
Leonard, you be talking that Spence shit, right? It didn't take
It's
Spence like 3 more pay-per-views to get up to what Wilder does, bro. Like,
listen.
we
The
keep it
biggest.
legit.
Listen, you want to know what the biggest fight in boxing right now is? It's gonna be the winner of Usyk and Joshua going against Fury. That's the biggest fight in boxing.
Going against Wilder. Fury don't sell outside of where he's
Well,
at.
obviously they're gonna have it in the UK. They're not gonna have it
No,
not in the UK.
if Usyk beats Joshua, no, that's going to be a sucky ass fight. You're not even going to care about that fight. Joshua Usyk, then that's the biggest fight.
Let's
Yeah.
be real, man. I mean, you can make an argument Tank and Ryan's bigger than this fight.
Hell no, man.
No, I'm not saying it's better. I'm not saying it's better. This is the best fight you can make in
It's not.
boxing.
Come on, no.
There's a
Man,
difference.
you was
There's a difference
talking okay,
between.
man. Now
There's a
you
difference
being
between
absurd
big,
now, man.
biggest,
Come on now.
and best. Those are two different words.
Yo, motherfuckers got to stop with that Instagram following shit. Instagram
Yeah,
is
bro.
free.
That shit
It's
is cap.
free, dog. It doesn't cost
No,
anything.
I understand that. I understand that. But I'm saying you can make a case that it might outsell this fight, man. Don't be surprised.
Hell no.
Don't be surprised, man.
oh, Tank and Ryan. I'm selling
Listen, I predict, and this is no shade to my
Ryan
brothers.
tickets was
But
$26.
I predict. Listen. Hold on. Listen. I predict, and I don't want. I hope I'm wrong about
Hell
this.
no.
Listen, I hope I'm wrong. I don't want to be right. I hope I'm completely wrong about this. But I think that Canelo and Triple
Ryan's
G is going.
tickets cost
I think Canelo and Triple G is going to do more numbers than this. Honestly, the third fight. Honestly, if I'm being honest.
You think Canelo Triple G does bigger than Spence Crawford?
Listen, this fight is not doing a million pay-per-view buys. I can tell you that right now.
I disagree.
This fight will probably do maybe
disagree.
600,000,
You know why?
500,000, at most 700.
I think it does bigger numbers because I think one thing might come up, right? Floyd has offered the reason why Ryan and Tank might be bigger is because Floyd offered to fight Conor McGregor, and I think De La Hoya offered to fight somebody else too. So you want to see both of them in exhibition matches against those two people. But if Floyd does something like that for this card, this Tank card does an exhibition, that could bring it up. That could
And if I'm being really honest, if we're just talking about potential hypothetical fights, the biggest possible fight you can make in boxing right now would be Spence and Canelo. If you really wanted to put that, you put Spence and Canelo, that would sell like hotcakes. No matter how stupid it may be. If you put Spence and Canelo in there, the two different fan bases and the black and Mexican, that would do numbers, yo. That would probably do like 1.7 million. Definitely.
Canelo, anybody right now going to sell like Canelo Andre.
For sure. But if you put him in there with Andrade or Charlo, okay, sure, Benavidez. But if you put him in there with Spence, that just sounds like money. That's just sounds.
I'm never been to a Spence fight. What's the ratio to black to Mexican fans? Because I heard Spence got a lot of Mexican fans.
And he does have those too. I forgot about that.
Yeah, Latinos they pay for boxing. Black folk, we gonna stream the fight, and that's just the facts. Like some of us do pay for it, but most of us
No,
we look at
but
that
hold on,
stream.
but for Canelo Spence, that shit went woo. That shit was,
Yeah.
ooh, I I would hella pay for that fight. You have-
Oh, Canelo Spence, I'm dropping money immediately, especially if it's at 154.
no, that's not gonna happen at 154. Canelo's ain't dropping that type of weight.
Y'all talk about Spence and Canelo?
Yeah,
Yeah,
just how,
they
how,
did
how
that.
big a fight that would be.
Man, hell no. That shit
Canelo
does
would
not.
never go down to 154.
That shit does not need to happen.
Nah, if
No,
hey, if
it was
Spence
a
gets
thing
past
for a
Crawford,
time.
hold on, if Spence gets past Crawford, and because the number one pound for pound fighter in the world, you're telling me you would, at one point you would not like to see Spence and Canelo go at it? That
Nah,
that shit sounds good, bro.
nah, bro. Hell,
That shit sounds
Canelo's too
like
big
crazy.
for him, bro. Hell
Bushido,
no.
Bushido. I'm gonna ask Bushido. If Spence gets past Crawford, let's just say hypothetically he gets past Crawford, you would not want to see Spence and Canelo go at it.
Canelo bodies him, bro.
Fuck yeah, bro. He
Canelo,
will
yeah,
thrash him.
yeah, Canelo's too
At the
That
big,
right
man.
shit.
at the right weight, like 160, one low 161, 162, a catch
Hey,
weight.
yo,
That
I
shit
want
would
to
be
see
good.
Canelo beat the shit out
Canelo. That is the fight.
Nobody wants to see that, bro.
I would
of
love to see that fight. I would
Fuck
love.
no. Why? You
I
want to see
no,
your
but I would love to see it at the right weight. Not at
man?
168. That's
It
too
don't
much.
matter if that shit was at
You
165,
must
bro.
really
He
don't like
will
Spence if
trash
you want him in there with Canelo.
No, I say no because no. What I do is I drain Canelo down to 160.
You can't drain
He not
Canelo down.
going
He
to
be the A
60 though,
side.
bro.
What's
Frank,
gonna happen when he
Hey,
wins?
but in that three fight
Canelo gonna do what you say.
Yeah,
in that I think in that
and Spence was smart. He faced him at low 160.
I think in that 3 fight deal clause they had it like at 165 if you'd accepted that with the
That's
Benavidez
too much
Charlo
weight.
deal.
That's too much weight for Spence. I say Spence, you do at
Exactly. He's
160.
gonna kill Spence.
Yeah, that's too much.
That should be done
But
in
I
the
think at 160, oh, I did good. Oh, no.
160 he could probably make. I think Spence maxes out at the 160 weight.
I
Um,
don't see. That's the thing, though. I don't think that Spence does good at 160. I don't think he has the size and the boxing style to do that.
he got the power though, and that's one thing.
Not
I
really.
don't know, bro.
Not
Oh,
really.
them big motherfuckers.
Not
These
really.
dudes is big. So how you
Banks
think he'll
up
fare
the
against?
champion at the weight
Hold on, bro.
division now.
How
That's
you
his
think he'll
sparring
fare
partner.
against Janabek?
I think Andre beats Janabek.
No, I'm talking about
So
Spence. I'm talking
I
about
think
Okay.
Spence.
Spence may have the power to hurt Janabek. He's not a big
Man,
mover.
stop
Hey,
it,
yo,
man.
when we
Hell
gotta,
Listen,
yo,
no.
when we
listen,
gotta factor
listen.
in,
Hell
it's not
no.
about.
Listen. Let
It's
me
about
say
wait,
something,
look.
brother. Listen.
No, wait.
I
It's
love
about
listen. I love Spence.
rehydration.
I love
Can
Spence,
that
right?
man
Everybody
Nobody
knows I
beats
love
Spence.
Spence. That's my boy.
Right.
And I think he beats Crawford. I think he beats people at 154. But I do not think he goes to 160 and has the same amount of success because number one, he doesn't have the size for it, and number two, see, fighters who can move up in weight classes, they have to have different abilities, stylistically, meaning extreme speed or extreme finesse like Pernell Whitaker,
yeah.
extreme defense like Floyd.
With
They
you.
can go up 3 or 4 or 5 different divisions and have success. That does not mean that Earl Spence is not as great as or cannot be as great as those guys. No, that just means his style does not prohibit that. So no, I do not think he goes to 160 and has. I think if he goes to 160, you're gonna be seeing really like losses and wars and but
No, we ain't
I
gonna
think
see none of that.
154
We're gonna
really is
see your
his
opponent getting
sweet
cooked.
spot. Huh?
We're gonna
160
see
he
your
can
opponent
max
getting
out.
cooked. That's what you're gonna see.
Huh? Huh?
Say that one more time.
I said we ain't gonna see no wars. We gonna see Spence getting cooked.
I don't think he gets whooped at 160. I think he
No,
does it.
I
See,
think that he can
what we're
capture a
forgetting,
title at
hold on,
160 and come on back down real
What,
quick,
no.
kind of like
What we're
what Floyd did
forgetting
at
is this.
154. He
He's
fought one or two
already
fights.
sparring with the champion at 154 pounds in Charlo, who walks around at 160, and he's sparring with
Sparring,
the other Charlo
sparring
who
with
fights
16
at
pound, 18
158.
inch kid. Y'all gotta stop that, man.
So I'm telling you, if you put in work with the champs and you doing work on the champs on occasion, don't doubt him in a big match at
Demetrius
160.
Andrade beat the dog shit out of Earl, yo.
I think
That's
Andre
what he
is a good
goes to
chance to beat
goes
Spence
to
because of his
Charlo
size.
Like, come
before in
on.
the
Like,
amateur. So we
let's
already know
not,
what
like,
that's about. But we talking about
Demetrius Andrade
Janabek.
beat the dog shit out of Earl. Like, I don't even know
Yeah,
why he
Andre ain't no joke. But Andre ain't at 160 right now.
He did.
The
He's
fight with
he is
Janabek.
at 160. He ordered to fight Janabek.
Yeah, but they won't make that fight. He was going to do
They
it,
are,
but
bro. They're gonna make it easy. They got until August 30th to make that shit, or it's going to purse bid.
yeah,
That
it
fight's
went to
on.
first bid. It
It,
already did that before. Remember, Eddie Hearn and them pulled out. They said the fight won't make any money, and then all of a sudden they told Andre to go up to 168 and fight the boy Zach, whatever his name, Parker. Parker, he got injured right before the Parker concluded because the WBO decided to pull the belt out of that fight, and then he
Well,
was like, "Well, let me fight Benavidez." Benavidez team like, we don't want to do that. So now we back here.
yeah, we
And
back to the
Charlo just
We
called
back
his
to the
name.
Janabek thing, bro. Is
Charlo called his name.
Andre is at
he gonna
160
drop the
because
belt?
he's a title holder at 160.
Yeah,
Andre
Yeah.
the dog shit out of Earl. Like, let's stop it. Like,
Oh yeah, he's a king of punch.
but the
Earl is a
only reason why I think Andre beats Earl is just because stylistically and that size and that reach is too much.
Yeah, but
But if they were the same size,
at 168 right now. So we're talking a different situation.
he's a
Janabek,
champion at 160 pounds, so therefore we talking about him at 160 pounds. He hasn't fought at 68 yet.
but yeah, that's true. That's true. We can say that. But he just called out 168 pounders.
look at that artwork. Look at
he,
that artwork. Look at that artwork. Look at that shark right there.
yeah. That boy Lennar all up already. See him?
You said what? You said what?
You all up already. I see you.
You said what already?
Put that on.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at knocking at his door, man. Look what got me. I'm knocking at your door, man. My
I'm about
side
to
sign, now it's time to sign your side. That's
I'm
how we know.
about to paint a narrative for y'all, right? Say Spence beats Crawford. Do we give Spence the treatment that we give Canelo and say, well, you waited till he was too old?
I'm already ready for it, bro. That's what they're gonna say. Just get prepared for it. Get prepared for it.
Do we say that?
Get prepared for it.
Nah.
They're gonna say he was 35. He had a year's layoff.
Still be a narrative, though. It's still be a narrative.
Y'all gotta ask Shido that, man. You can't
Cheeto.
the rest of it.
Cheeto.
What?
Cheeto, I'm looking at you. Cheeto, I'm looking at you.
What? Is Bud too old?
Yeah.
If you're gonna say Bud too old, then I don't want to see the fight.
Yeah.
I want to see the fight because
Bud
I believe that he's got the power to hurt Spence. We know that he just dropped Crawford or he just dropped Porter. Porter, in my opinion, beats Spence. If you win a split decision after getting a knockdown, Porter beat you, and the crowd felt he beat you, and everybody watching thought we seen him beat you.
That's not true.
That's not true.
That's not true.
Did you not hear the crowd when they announced that
I gotta put my staff down real quick and say that's not true.
I don't know. If I'm not gonna use the age excuse, I know everybody else gonna be using it, so I ain't gotta say nothing. But
I'm painting the narrative, y'all. That's all. I'm just throwing that in the air.
we all will agree that the fight took longer than it should have.
oh my god, yeah.
I can agree. Hold on. You know what, D Young, you said some good points right there, but let's not. I it was all Spencer's fault when you had the pandemic, and then the car wreck and some eye injuries. It's not always. But I mean,
The car wreck,
but the pandemic was definitely
The car
out of
wreck
his
was
control.
self-inflicted.
Okay, fine. But the pandemic was out of his control. Let's be fair on that one.
Well, out of everybody's control, so yeah, he get a pass.
Fought Crawford when he fought Porter, and it should have happened before then. But he should have at least fought Crawford by the time he fought Porter. Before he fought Porter.
I mean, I can't say that Bud is old because he doesn't really have much wear and tear. Doesn't look like he's slowing down.
He's 34. Who keeps saying he's 36?
No, I mean, but I keep saying he's 35 because by the time they fight, he's gonna be 35, man. So he's gonna
Yeah, but right now he's 34.
I'm about to put him up right now. We're gonna look at his age.
Crawford still look fresh.
If he cooks him, you got to give him credit. They ain't like Spencer spring chicken.
Yeah.
Spence probably an old what?
Credit, but I'm saying, do we paint that narrative? Why you find him when he was old? 32.
No, this is the other. This is another narrative, bro. They ain't just that one. No. He waited over a year for him to. So Bud was inactive. I keep hearing that one too. A year's layoff.
What if Crawford beat Spence? Well, the accident and the layoffs.
Oh,
Yeah,
you know, Ladar
Right,
pulling that card.
right.
yeah.
There you go.
I'm not pulling that card.
10 wasn't the same.
I'm
They
not
gonna
pulling
pull
that
that
card.
card
10
all
wasn't
day.
the same.
I'm not pulling that card.
And
I give the
then
man his
don't punch
credit.
hard enough to see if he was that dude. So it had to be the car accident, right?
Nope. Nope. You don't get that.
Darren
You don't. You
Till,
don't hear
You
that
ask
shit.
Lennar who's the greatest fighters through the 5 greatest fighters of all time. He's gonna be like Spence, and Earl.
No, but I think not right now. But I think when it's all said and done, he's gonna have his case.
For what?
Put my
For
words
what?
on it.
And
For what?
My words on it. Put my
For
words on
what?
it. When it's all said, he's gonna have his case.
For a case for what though?
You heard me.
He's
You
not
heard
even
me.
the top 10 welterweight of all time. What the fuck are we talking about?
Hey, hold on. Wait.
their contemporary lost to Pacquiao. Keith Thurman lost to Pacquiao. The greatest at all time at that weight. He ain't even got a chance at that. He's a
The
Hall
greatest of
Fame.
all time. What? What'd you say?
Didn't you say
What?
going down as one of the greatest? Greatest.
Okay. I thought you said the greatest of all time. Because hell no, he's not the greatest of all time.
Hey, yo, is Spence a top 10 welterweight? Lennar.
Who is?
Is Spence a top 10 welterweight?
Not right now, no.
Okay.
But I'm telling you, but what I'm saying is this though. When he gets done with Crawford, and if he fights Thurman or even fights him, man, he's gonna have his case. Because think about it like this. If he beats Crawford, right, and he gets in there and cleans up Thurman, I can't think of another
He would
fighter
have to
that
knock
has.
out
Hold on,
Jesus to be a top 10 welterweight.
huh?
He would have to knock out Jesus to be a top 10 welterweight, bro.
What else is he gonna have to do for you, YSM? What else is he gonna have to beat Jerron Ennis for you to understand?
It's not nothing that he can do. He didn't have the fighters in his era for him to be a top 10 welterweight.
Wait a minute. Hold on, y'all. Wait, let's ask the audience. Well, no, I can't ask because y'all biased. But if Spence gets past Crawford and Thurman at 147, he can't even make the top 10 of all time. Bushido, I know you ain't going for this.
Do you know how good welterweight?
Bushido, what's your opinion on it? I need Bushido's opinion on
top
this.
10 welterweight.
That's
Yeah,
hard, bro.
You got
That's
Crawford
hard,
plus Thurman.
I can't, bro.
What?
He can't, bro.
What the fuck is that?
You gotta go look at the history of welterweight, man.
Okay. I'm gonna start naming some of the 10. Okay, we got Floyd. Okay, we got Pat. Would you put
I can
Cotto?
tell you already started, I can tell you started watching boxing late.
Hey,
Huh?
so we talk about natural welterweights or guys who came up in the welterweights. That's different.
Right.
Anybody
That's a different story too.
Anybody that fought at welterweight, you got to look at their run at welterweight.
Okay.
Oh, that's a hell of a ride. That's a hell of a ride,
Man,
dog.
bro.
That's a hell of a ride, dog.
He might not even be a top 20 welterweight, yo.
Oh, come on, man. Listen,
Bro, it's so hard to say it, bro. It is, bro. He might be. It might not be a top 20 welterweight.
Oh man. You're doing this brother wrong.
You gotta go look at the history of welterweights, bro.
Spence will have to
I know.
have-
I'm thinking.
honestly, for Spence to be considered, he'll have to clear out these guys too. He
Huh?
clear out these young wolves. Yeah, I'll put him in that motherfucker shit.
Yo, first the number one welterweight of all time is Ray Robinson. Number 2 would probably be Floyd or Ray Leonard.
Okay.
Ray Leonard
Okay.
would probably go
And Pacquiao.
No.
No.
Fuck no.
No. Not in that order, but in top 10.
Oh, Pacquiao's definitely in the top 10. You got Tommy Hearns. You got Sweet Pea. You got Oscar. Like, there's a lot of dudes, man.
A lot of dudes.
Roberto.
Right, nah. Man, y'all messed up, man.
No, I think you need to do your history, Lennar.
Yeah.
No, I don't. No, I know. I was gonna name that Ray Robinson, Sugar Ray Leonard. We got Tommy Hearns, Manny Pacquiao, Floyd.
Zab Judah.
But I think
There's a lot of them in there.
Squeeze him in the low, but you could squeeze him in the lower end. I think with that type of you could squeeze him in the lower end. I think.
No.
Errol had to clear out the young guns, bro, in order for that to,
Oh shit! He's got to walk. Hey, Biscuit, he's going to have to walk on water too, huh?
Man, a lot of these dudes, a lot of those guys' name accomplished a lot, bro. Multi-divisional champions. A lot of those guys that was named.
But this is one thing that a lot of those guys didn't accomplish, which was undisputed. that would not have been what those
Yo,
guys
you do know
accomplished.
those dudes weren't undisputed. It just wasn't 4 belts, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Except for
Okay.
Floyd.
Okay. Zab Judah was the last one who went for 3 belts, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
but Ray Leonard was undisputed. He just didn't. It just wasn't 4 belts.
But couldn't one make the argument that because Spence had to chase down 4 belts that's an
My
accomplishment
nigga, if
in of
you put
itself?
me on the level anywhere near Ray Leonard, I'll kill you myself.
I'm not saying. Listen. That's my guy. Y'all know that's my guy. But listen, I'm being honest though. He can make top 10 for me for sure. If he gets past Crawford and Thurman, for sure, man.
Nah, bro. You got to
that
think
top
about.
10
You got to
is
think
tough.
about guys like Simon Brown who had 10 title defenses too, bro. Spence got what 6 at that class. Yeah, bro. And Crawford right up on his heels with 5. So
Yep.
yeah, bro.
You know what? And here's another case for it. Here'd be my case. Name any of those fighters that beat other than I think Roberto Duran at the time. Name any other fighter who beat a number 1 pound for pound fighter. I'll wait.
Who? Wait, what was the question again?
Yeah, because I was lost.
Yeah.
I got lost. Repeat that question.
Bro, do you know who Ray Leonard beat? Like,
No, the question. What was the question?
Lenore, answer the question.
He waiting on his own question.
Hey, yo, I got a question for the panel till he gets back. For as good as Crawford and Spence is in this era, I want you to think about the welterweights of the last 30 years. Who do they beat in your eyes?
Who do they beat?
Damn. That's
You
tough.
said who? What?
Who do they beat?
What you think about the welterweights in the last 30 to 40 years? Who would you favor Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence to beat?
That's fucking hard, bro. I don't know. Do you think they beat a prime Miguel Cotto YSL?
It's tough.
Would Spence and Crawford be the prime Miguel Cotto?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. A prime
I don't know. That's
before the Margarito. Before he
Hey,
got
so
damaged
you
by
saying all
Margarito.
welterweights of all time?
Say that again, bro.
You talking about a specific era or all welterweights of any era?
He said the welterweights of the last 30 years, but I
30 to 40 years. 30 to 40 years. So
Hey, can y'all hear me?
I don't got none of them beating sweeping.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I don't got none.
All right. Sorry, because
got
my alarm went off, so it took me out the panel. What I said is, can y'all name one of these fighters, right, that beat an opposing number 1 pound for pound fighter in their prime? Name of these welterweights. Name one.
Do you know Sugar Ray Leonard's resume?
No, I understand. I'm not saying no. I didn't ask you his resume. I said I'm just making a case. If Spence were to beat Crawford, right? This is how hypothetical. Give me another welterweight who beat a number 1 pound for pound fighter that was at that time. Give me one.
Floyd Mayweather was the pound for pound number 1.
Yeah, okay. So Manny Pacquiao was what, 2, right? So he wasn't number 1. Give me number 1 pound for pound. Give me one pound for pound. Huh?
You can't hear you, YSM.
I said you trying
Trinidad De La Hoya.
He's breaking up, bro.
Yeah, I can't hear.
Can y'all hear me now?
Say it again, YSM. We couldn't hear you.
I said it's hard to beat the number 1 pound for pound fighter when you are the number 1 pound.
Or the pound, yeah.
I understand that, but that's not my question, fellas. What I said
Trinidad
is give me a welterweight fight that welterweight was number 1 pound for pound, and he beat that number 1 pound for pound fighter.
When did pound for pound become a thing?
No, why I said you not answer the question. You not answer the question. I didn't ask you when it became a thing. I asked you, give me a fighter that beat the number 1 pound for pound fighter who was a welterweight. Give me that. Give me any welterweight who's done that. Can you do it?
When did pound for pound become a thing? Because technically Terrence Crawford is not the pound for pound number 1 currently.
Listen, I'm gonna ask everybody on this channel. Is Crawford number 1 pound for pound for y'all?
I got him as number 1.
Yeah.
I got him as okay. We got an agreement here.
Yeah.
Now, YSM, I'm gonna ask you again. Give me a number 1 pound for pound fighter that the welterweight beats in the era. I want to hear it. Can anybody give me one? Because Pacquiao was number 2. He wasn't
And
number
I
1.
asked you a question.
No, I asked you
When did
first.
pound for pound? When did pound for pound
See
become
that?
It's a very simple question.
Can you give me one?
It's a very simple question. When did pound for pound become a thing? Because if they didn't use pound for pound back in Leonard's day, then how the fuck could he beat the pound for pound number one?
Fine. In the current era, I think we most in the current era that has uses pound for pound. I understand during that time they didn't have it, but now give me a fighter that beat the number 1 pound for pound fighter who was a welterweight. Can anybody give it to me?
What's the answer, bro? Tell us.
Of that Kurt was Oscar pound for pound.
I can tell you. Before I answer the question, why I said you go answer
Oscar
the
pound
question?
number 1? Cheeto, was Oscar pound for pound number 1? Yo.
Yeah,
was Oscar pound for pound number 1, yo?
I'm gonna go look that up.
I think he was.
Because what is Felix Trinidad? How about that?
Yeah, I think he was. I think it was him versus Tito Trinidad.
And Leonard, you asking us a question about when we were 2 years old and maybe not even born. Like, how the fuck are we gonna look at the pound for pound list?
But hold on. All I'm saying is, can y'all hear me? Because I can't hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. All I'm saying is, Crawford really. I mean, even though y'all say I don't want to see the fight, but I have to be real with you. Crawford would mean a lot for Spence's resume and for his legacy if he's able to beat him, man. And I definitely agree. That's why Spence needs to fight Crawford no matter what.
Leonard, you just started. It's clear as day you just started watching.
Spence were to beat Crawford. Spence were to beat Crawford. You got to give Crawford his respect. At the end of the day, he's pound for pound number 1. And if
Wait,
Spence,
who has a better,
any other welterweight?
Tito Trinidad at 147 pounds or Earl Spence?
Huh?
Who has a better resume at 147 pounds? Tito Trinidad or Earl Spence?
Tito.
See, but you didn't answer my question. See, I know. I'll give it. Listen, but why Sam, you my boy, man. I'll answer any of your questions, but if you could just answer that one question first, I asked you first.
I said I would literally have to go back and look at every pound for pound list. I was like 2 years old, Lenar.
Okay, so you don't know that. I can tell you.
It changes 5 and 6 times a year, bro.
That's true. It does. It changes quite often.
No, absolutely. But I'm saying that has the current resume of Spence. I'm saying I cannot think of another welterweight that beat the number 1 pound for pound fighter who was a pound for pound fighter himself. I mean, that's the reason why I say he has a case.
Felix
Trinidad.
Yep.
All right. Well, I don't think so, bro.
It was Tito. Yeah,
that's the answer, bro.
Trinidad versus De La Hoya.
That question didn't age well.
And I don't. And this is the thing. I don't know if Roberto Duran was pound for pound number 1 when they really did it. I would literally. That was literally when was that fight in the 70s?
Yep.
I said that's why I think the only one I think was Roberto Duran beating Sugar Ray Leonard during that time.
No, it was De La Hoya versus Tito.
De La Hoya was pound for pound number 1.
Yep.
Yeah, it was that because Tito moved up.
Hey, Leonard. Hey, Leonard,
yeah.
You need to
better go do your research, bro.
Nah.
Tap out, bro.
Nah, fuck that. Fuck that.
You should have rephrased that question, bro.
Wait, hold on. But what do you think I asked?
What resume does Earl Spence have that's better than Tito, Floyd?
I didn't say his resume was better than Floyd. I never said that.
I'm asking you now. You want to ask questions? I'm asking questions.
Yeah, hit that like button.
But I'm still waiting for y'all to answer my question. Who do you think Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence to beat?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Okay, all time. Who I think? Okay, I'm gonna go. So I'm assuming that Spence beats Crawford because I'm not arguing for Crawford. I'm arguing for Spence. So if you say theoretically Spence beats Crawford, right? I think at welterweight, these are the people I think he beat. I think he can get past Oscar. That's my opinion. I think he can beat Oscar. I think he can beat Tito. I think that I think he beats Pacquiao, especially stylistically, and I think that he might meet his match when he goes to people like Sugar Ray Leonard and Floyd
It's not beating
and
Tito.
Roberto Duran. But I think there's other guys he has a great shot of beating.
Margarito.
Yeah.
Hell,
I don't think he
hell out of Margarito.
beats
What?
Oscar. I don't think he beats Tito either.
Nah,
Man.
hey, Wyatt Simmons, he might got a slim chance with Oscar, but Tito, nah.
Tito, that nigga gets sent to power, bro.
That boy Tito is a fool. You better go watch Tito Trinidad, bro.
No, for sure. Because like y'all gotta understand too. Even though I went back and watched boxing, I am young, bro. So I can't cannot take everything in full essence because I wasn't there to appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? So like, y'all gotta give me some grace. But I have watched some of these big fights for sure. You know, going back on my history.
Yeah, but that's a good question, man. I mean, I would agree with Lenar. I think they beat Oscar. What?
Hey, maybe he beats Floyd. The only reason why I say that because he's beating the shit out of Floyd in sparring.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
Go with this bullshit, man.
Hey, yo.
I fucking
Yo.
Bushido, you need to put on Stop the Cap.
Yeah, bro. Please hit that for us real quick.
no. Because if it wasn't for that sparring match, those sparring match they have and them going to war, then I'll say Floyd beats him all day. But like, you know what I'm saying? That got me to thinking.
Man,
do y'all think Spence beat Vernon Forrest?
No.
I was just thinking.
Come on, man.
That's a good question. That was a good one. Nope.
Hey, Leonard, you didn't even watch these people box.
No, I did. No, I'm saying right now, man. I'm
Hey, one more question. Why is him? Do he beat Paul Williams?
Come on, man.
That's a tough fight.
That's a good fight. That's a good fight. That's a good fight. But I'm gonna get it.
Hold on, y'all. Can I ask y'all a question? Because I'm fucking laughing over here. So, man, if Crawford and Spence was all we got, like if those brothers don't go in, hold on. I got a funny ass scenario here. So if Crawford, Spence, and Thurman was all we got, right? Those are the only brothers that can represent us of this current era. And if those brothers lose to those fighters, then we all die. Y'all wouldn't have no faith in our generation of fighters to get the job done. Y'all wouldn't have no faith.
Hey, Linda, how old are you, bro?
No, bro. Y'all, I'm having a good ass time right now, man. Answer the question, right, Sam.
How old are you?
I'm 22. I'm 22.
Oh man, hell
no, hold on, y'all. Hold on. But let me ask y'all a question though. For real, this is a serious question. If our current generation of welterweights like Spence and Crawford, y'all don't got faith that they can get the job done of some of the old, not all of them, but some of the old ones. Y'all got no faith.
Tough era, bro. Tough era, bro.
But some of the people y'all are naming are greatest of all time welterweights. You know what I'm saying? You talking about Floyd, Leonard.
Do Spencer Crawford? Do Spencer Crawford?
It's Spence supposed to be great, bro. We could compare him to those greats. Just like
we can compare them, but it's hard to say that they would beat him. You know what I'm saying?
I never said they was gonna beat him, but he is some tough matchups that they can get.
Very tough matchups.
That's what I'm saying. Like, man, if our life,
fight, you know what I mean?
Listen, if our life depended on it, y'all brothers better back our generation of welterweights, man.
Hey, yo, first, no, bro. You either can beat somebody or you can't. You can't tell me Sean Porter is on par with beating Tommy Hearns, bro.
I know.
Let me put it to you like this, man. I think Crawford and Spence beat everybody. Floyd and Pacquiao beat at 147.
Ooh.
Yeah.
During that time, but Shane Mosley be a motherfucker though. Hold on, Shane Mosley.
But hey, listen, one question, fellas.
Including Shane Mosley.
One question, fellas. How do y'all? I think I asked it, but how do y'all think they fare against Miguel Cotto and the prime Shane Mosley?
Ooh, that'd be a good one though. But hey, Spence versus Cotto, that'd be a good one.
We're thinking about
is 135.
Let's take everybody at their best. Don't none of these dudes beat Sweet Pea. Don't none of these dudes beat Tommy Hearns. Don't none of these dudes beat Aaron Pryor.
Yeah, and I ain't proud was a dog.
Man,
That
y'all
was a
gotta.
fucking
Like I
dog
said,
right
man, you gotta have some more pride for our current generational fighters, man. We gotta have some more pride for them, man. Put some respect on their name. They good.
I don't know, man, but you do got some guys in the middle of the pack, like Simon Brown and
there.
Donald
Yeah,
Derrick, those type of dudes. I
yeah,
mean,
though. And that's why I say
tough guys.
Bushido. I don't know if he a top 20 welterweight, bro. You got those guys.
That's a good question, bro. I guess we got to wait till it's all said and done. But Spence wasted a lot of time too, man. Those 5 years he was off or whatever, those was 5 years he could have been the rest of his career. Salute to Dirty Red for the
Man,
super.
I hope y'all know I was just fucking around, man. I just love fucking with y'all sometimes, man.
Man, you were serious. Ain't nobody trying to hear that
No,
shit, man.
fuck you, I say.
Stop the cap, man.
I'm fucking with y'all, man.
You just
Nah, I
cosplay,
mean
man.
we can't just sit down and enjoy and laugh about hypotheticals and boxing now.
Hey, hold on. Let me read the super chat. Dirty Red says, go watch the guys from the 70s and 80s. The difference is night and day. The volume that Spence throws is child's play compared to Leonard Hurst. Man, them dudes they was throwing with ferocity back then. Everything was bad, hard. You know, they wasn't playing.
Don't forget, them dudes went 15 rounds.
Wasn't playing back in the day. But yeah, you guys, man, I gotta go make dinner and all that. But it's been a good stream, man. Random live stream, man. Y'all go subscribe to YSM Sports Media. Right? Salute to everybody in the chat. I mean, so abruptly, but I gotta go make dinner. Daddy duties. But yeah, man. Salute to everybody. Hopefully we get some what?
Cheeto, real fast, right? If the fight gets made, I want everybody to come out, yo. Everybody that participates, in the chats. Everybody come out. Support these brothers, man.
Yeah, I'm with it.
It would be nice to meet y'all, yo.
Yeah.
It will be
Yep. Y'all go subscribe to YSM Sports Media, man. And yeah, man. Hope everybody have a good evening. And check me out for the next one, man. Peace out.
Peace.